No long intros today. We had a wild ride on disc 1. It is finally time to dive into the second disc, disc 39 from this J. Cole Fall Off album. Buckle up. Let's go.
A spaceship lands on Mars, halfway to the stars.
Okay.
To the stars. I wanna be where you are. It seems we're worlds apart. It seems we're worlds apart. Once in a while I feel myself drifting off to somewhere.
I love the stars imagery and the drifting off because it really feels like we're kind of just drifting over this acoustic guitar and over J. Cole getting into this singing bag, right? And just some of the harmonies, just very atmospheric, very spaced out. Feels like we're up in the stratosphere right now.
Drifting off to somewhere, floating past Orion's bed. Still there's something I can't have. We were in a world before. I know we was together in another life. Together in a damn shore. That's the only way I can really explain how I feel inside. It's like no matter how bad I want to go, that explains your hold on me. Find a way to stay. It's been like that. Maybe it'll always be like that. I don't know. I'm close to
Whoa. Who's that female voice?
Gravitational.
Sometimes he's like just messing with the frequency of the mix. So it almost sounds like he's in a telephone booth, like just very narrowing the bandwidth and then almost like robotizing it as it spaces out.
Universal, metaphysical,
Very fitting that he says metaphysical because this has like that metaphysical feel.
just feel it.
Oh, okay. I love how we drop in just the heavier percussion and guitar and just kind of coming right out of that, just soften it again. Because it's like we go soft, we gradually rise and build, and then everything gets driving, everything gets aggressive. And I think, oh, maybe we're going to get rapping Cole. But no, it's almost like then we hit that cliff edge and we drop back down once more.
Let's stop playing the middle, let's stop running away, let's stop playing the middle, let's stop running away, let's stop playing the middle, let's stop running away, let's stop playing the middle, let's stop. Fuck what you heard, bitch. Fuck what you heard, bitch.
Oh, he's really saucing the production on this one, man. I love, again, like everything just drops and it goes just with that higher range, just for a second, almost teasing you before it just like drops in with like ignorant hip hop, man. Bam, shots fired. Gives me like the South ATL vibes.
Fuck what you heard, bitch. Fuck what you heard, bitch.
Hey.
Fuck what you heard, bitch. Fuck what you heard. Never in my life did I think I'd see the day. That niggas wanna play with my name, but okay. I'm going back in. I'm going back in.
never did I think I'd see the day when they would play with my name. Ooh, okay.
Let me go back in. Let him go back in.
Talk to him.
Go back in. He's going back in. I'ma go in. Let me 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 go in. When niggas act like they don't know, you gotta show. I'm pleased to report after many attempts I climbed out from the mouth of the gritty abyss. The anthem, an idiot, who idiot is this? My mind frame is betrayed with NVIDIA chips. My rhymes are like shrines for the city I miss. Where in time I found beauty in the hideousness. My tongue can set fire to some, inspire the young, or put a hickey on the titty of the prettiest bitch. I'm number one, you getting the gist. Anything lower, you better reconsider your list. Play my song when I'm gone, I'ma still be a myth. Even God gon' wonder how the fuck did he exist. I mean, could he have just slipped through the cracks? Ain't let a nigga into heaven, so I went through the back. And when I entered, I saw an old friend that I dapped. He said, please, nigga, kick one of the infinite raps. Okay, I flip on tracks, long as the beat is on fire. My grip on rap, stronger than needle nose pliers. So kick on back and enjoy the fresh sounds. The best round of black, getting rich off rap. I'm from the town where they zip off packs. We never seen trampoline, but a brick you can flip off that. Well, damn, try to compete, but they just fall flat. Lot of these weak niggas peak where I lift off fat. I never trick off racks, I stack what I attract. The money talks to me and they lack the dialect to reply back as I crack the fire. Acts like refracts when the half black Messiah raps. Vietnam, where they strap like Iraq. The Knox in the trap with the knack to high raps. A man dead cause the pair slapped the wiretap. His dog had his back, so they whacked the chiropract. Chemically imbalanced, dripping style in gallons. I write schemes in my dreams just for the challenge. Woke up in ice cold sweats, cause the flows I chose next are like both sets of both flexor. Hold your breath for the pros I profess. Cold or go fresh like a juice that's cold pressed, no breath.
This flow, the flow again. And I talk about how he loves to like just condense rhyme schemes and just pattern. Like he's one of the best rhyme writers that we have right now in the mainstream doing it. And for me, everything just stands out so much more when he chose just this more like driven, concentrated, faster pocket of delivery, because after we just had all the spacey atmospheric sounds, it just makes this and just going into attack mode stand out that much more to the eardrums.
To those who oppose, I don't stress. Rap niggas gotta be in vogue to post stress. They don't compare, they're more like Kotex. I'm dropping niggas off at the door like coat checks, whole check. I told you they ain't ready to hoop. The niggas regular, I'm 93 and let it the truth. Hot out the booth, now I'm looking for my little Betty Boo. Cute, pardon me, shawty, I've been out of the loop. Too many lies to refute, but I gotta rebuke. They try and put my neck inside of a noose. It's not happening.
Oh, he's talking. Oh, he's talking. They trying to put his neck inside of a noose. It's not happening. They trying to hang him up. They trying to say that he can't say that he's the best.
Yeah, I flip on tracks long as the
Let me show you. But he doesn't just say it. He shows you through his rapping ability. The flow pocket that he finds on this.
mouth of the gritty abyss. Go in, let me go in, let me go in, let me go.
Oh, he went in.
Let me go in, let me go in, let me go in, let me go in. When niggas act like they don't know, you gotta show. I'm pleased.
They don't know, you gotta show. Goes more into of a punch, triplet, scheme, just like this. I love that because again, it's almost like a misdirection before you get the driven delivery right here.
To report after many attempts, niggas act like they don't know, you gotta show. I'm pleased to report after many attempts, I climbed out from the mouth of the gritty abyss.
I climbed out from the mouth of the gritty abyss after many attempts. Notice how he has 1, 2, 3 punchline, and then he goes back to the internal schemes. It's very nice.
I'm pleased to report after many attempts, I climbed out from the mouth of the gritty abyss. The anthem, an idiot, who idiot is this? My mind.
And then he goes, he stays on the external, but then he punches the external as the internal rhyme scheme. The antonym of idiot, who really is this, right? Idiot fits in a slant rhyme with really, right? The gritty abyss. Very smooth flip right there. Who really is this? The rhyme writing is on another level. What's the antonym of idiot? Man's a genius.
The many attempts, I climbed out from the mouth of the gritty abyss. The anthem, an idiot, who idiot is this? My mind frame has been trained with NVIDIA chips.
My mind frame has been trained with NVIDIA chips, right? Frame, CPU. He's a wired computer right now. Next level.
The like shrines for the city I miss. Ripping time, I found beauty in the hideousness. My tongue can set fire to some.
Find beauty in the hideousness. Again, the rhyme patterns right here, like internal multi, external multi, and just how he's finding a way just to slant rhyme these in.
The like shrines for the city I miss. Ripping time.
City I miss. Hideousness.
I found beauty in the hideousness. My tongue can set fire to some. Inspire the young or put a hickey on the titty of the prettiest bitch. I'm number one. You getting the gist in it.
My tongue can set fire or put it city, right? Hey, I can make songs for the ladies. I can do it this way. I can spit fire. I can do it however I want, all with my tongue. And then it's a smooth sexual scheme as well.
Inspire the young or put a hickey on the titty of the prettiest bitch. I'm number one. You getting the gist. Anything lower, you better reconsider your list. Play my.
I'm number one. You getting the gist? Anything lower, you better reconsider your list. Everyone who was gatekeeping, who was trying to say what Cole can and can't say on this album. And I said, if Cole still feels like he's the best, let him show it. He's showing it.
The titty of the prettiest bitch, I'm number one. You getting the gist, anything lower, you better reconsider your list. Play my song when I'm gone, I'ma still be a myth. Even God gon' wonder how the fuck did he exist. I mean, could he have just slipped through the cracks, ain't let a nigga in the heaven.
God going, how the fuck does he even exist? Did he just slip through the cracks? Is he angelic right now?
Even God gon' wonder how the fuck did he exist. I mean, could he?
Did he exist? City of this hideousness. Notice how he's still on this game.
If just slipped through the cracks, ain't let a nigga in the heaven, so I went through the back. And when I entered, I saw an old friend that I dapped. He's
Into heaven, so I went through the back. I love right there, hideousness. Like, he still got like this almost sort of lazier, very southern delivery to it. So when it's fast and you kind of like drop down with it, and I'm down here in the zone, like going fast. For me, instead of being aggressive with a faster delivery, it like really makes that fast scheme stick out even more, because it's almost like you're making it look effortless. You're making it look just so easy when you just go bassier and kind of drop down and not like super punchy, super accentuated. Rhythm and I hit him with a little bit of Ritalin. You know what I mean? Like, that's more punchy, that's more accentuated versus like rhythm and I hit him with a little bit of Ritalin, laying back on it like that. Like, it's just smooth. It's a nice just musicality to it.
slipped through the cracks, ain't let a nigga in the heaven, so I went through the back. And when I entered, I saw an old friend that I dapped. He said, please, nigga, kick one of the infinite raps. Okay, I flip on tracks, long as the beat is on fire. My grip on rap, stronger than needle nose pliers. So kick on
My grip on rap stronger than even those pliers and grips, and he's getting a grip from his game.
raps. Okay, I flip on tracks, long as the beat is on fire. My grip on rap, stronger than needle nose pliers. So kick on back and enjoy the fresh sounds, the best.
That's a really nice one.
Entered, I saw an old friend that I dapped. He said, please, nigga, kick one of the infinite raps. So,
Friend that I dap, infinite raps.
okay, I flip on tracks, long as the
Flip on tracks.
beat is on fire. My grip on
Beat is on fire. Grip on raps. So then he starts playing with these schemes on top of these.
rap, stronger than needle nose pliers. So
Even those pliers. Beat is on fire.
kick on back and enjoy the
Kick on back. Grip on rap. See what I mean? Ooh.
fresh sounds, the best round of black, getting rich off rap. I'm from the town where they zip off packs. We never seen trampoline, but a brick you can flip off that. Well, damn,
Trampoline for the brick. You could flip off of that. Flipping drugs versus flipping out from doing drugs versus a trampoline flipping on it.
try to compete, but they just fall flat.
And
Like
he's flipping and kicking the rap.
these weak niggas peak where I lift off fat. I never trick off racks, I stack what I attract. The money talks to me and they lack the dialect to reply back. As
Money talks to me and they lack the dialect because they're still not at my level of wealth.
I crack the fire, acts like refracts when they have black Messiah raps. Vietnam, where they strap like Iraq. The Knox in the trap with the knack to high raps. A man dead cause the past slapped the wiretap. His dog had his back, so they whacked the chiropract. Chemically imbalanced, dripping.
Feds dropped a wiretap in and his dog had his back, so they whacked the chiropract. Smooth little chiropract having your back scheme, flipping it right, no snitching in the streets.
Man dead cause the past slapped the wiretap. His dog had his back, so they whacked the chiropract.
Man.
Chemically imbalanced, dripping style in gallons. I write schemes in my dreams just for the challenge. Woke up in ice cold sweats cause the flows I chose next are like both sets of both flexor. Hold your breath for the
The flows that I chose are like faux sets of bow flex, and again, 1 2 1 2, just condensing those rhymes. Like, he's switching patterns and he's switching rhyme schemes just so smoothly. But basically, he's giving you a workout right now. Like, when you wake up in Cole Sweats, he's doing it because he's still writing rhymes while he's asleep. Quit sleeping on Cole.
pros I profess, cold or go fresh like a juice that's cold pressed. No rest to those
Cold to go fresh like a juice that's cold pressed.
flexor. Hold your breath for the pros I profess, cold or go fresh like a juice that's cold pressed. No rest to those
Hold your breath for the pros I possess. Oh man, he's just having fun wordsmithing right now.
flexor. Hold your breath for the pros I profess, cold or go fresh like a juice that's cold pressed. No rest to those who oppose, I don't stress. Rap
No, it's the pros I process. And then he flips it into like a processed juice scheme. And he's smooth and cold with it.
pros I profess, cold or go fresh like a juice that's cold pressed. No rest to those who oppose.
Yeah, cold world, but he flips it into like cold, like a cold juice. Ooh, that scheme. That scheme is nice, underrated.
I don't stress. Rap niggas gotta be in vogue to post stress. They don't compare, they're more like Kotex.
Gotta be in vogue to pole, right? Like posing versus like lifting poles and you hear the gunshots.
Who oppose, I don't stress. Rap niggas gotta be in vogue to post stress. They don't compare, they're more like Kotex. I'm dropping niggas off at the door like coat checks. Hold check, I told you they ain't
Dropping off at the door like Kochek's bar.
ready to hoop. The niggas regular, I'm 93 and let it the truth. Hot out the booth, now I'm looking for my little Betty boo. Cute, pardon me, shawty, I've been out of the loop. Too many lies to refute, but I gotta rebuke. They try and put my neck inside of a noose, it's not happening.
Lies to refute, neck inside of a noose. Notice again, like for me, this is just a masterclass in rhyme writing. Multi-syllable schemes throughout this. Smooth flow patterns, nice switch ups, MCing at its finest.
It's regular, I'm 93 and let it the truth. Hot out the booth, now I'm looking for my little Betty boo. Cute, pardon me, shawty, I've been out of the loop. Too many lies to refute.
Pardon me, shawty, I've been out of the loop. Like right there, I love how he just chooses like loop, like a hard sounding one syllable scheme. Cause then you go fast and you have like that sudden stop just right there on a nice one syllable scheme. Ba ba da 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 boop. Da 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 boop. Like right, you know what I'm saying?
Hot out the booth, now I'm looking for my little Betty boo. Cute, pardon me, shawty.
Listen, I've been doing a lot of traveling. I've done so many reaction videos and work. Like my brain is almost fried. I'm still trying to give this to you guys though. I'm still trying to help you appreciate this.
I've been out of the loop, too many lies to refute, but I gotta rebuke. They try and put my neck inside of a noose. It's not happening.
Man. That was a verse.
Never in my life did I think I see the thing. Niggas wanna play with my name, but okay.
The children that survive the lows and highs, the real will never die, we multiply. The history you told is mostly lies. You say you want the truth, but close your eyes.
It's the way this is mixed. You know how he had the stars in outer space game? I feel like the rocket ship's like getting ready to take off here. Man, I got chills on that. And for me too, it's like half of one track and then half of another. And it feels like one direction and then switch into more like the MCing that you would expect from Cole. And he had a lot of fun with the production on that. But it's so fitting since he dropped and pressed the double album. That feels like the double album encapsulated right there in a singular song. Jermaine was here.
Yeah. How I see it. How I see it. Yeah. Listen. I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse. The driver steered to the church. My grandkids carried the coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing with hurt. Fast forward 60 years, I got verse of the year. My purpose is clear as to murk whoever dare flirt with death. The best alive, and what you now hear is the work. The inspiration was rare and in spurts, but when it's there, I'm immersed. My experience of being a parent dispersed. Watching my son disappear as I stare at his birth. And he returns to the womb, wifey stomach growing greater in girth. And then declining every time we come here to the nurse. With each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first.
You are not doing this. You are not doing this, Cole. Cole once said that he let Nas down. I think it's only poetic justice and fitting that he pays homage to Nas. Nas Rewind. When Nas starts in reverse and tells the whole story in reverse. That's what J. Cole's doing right here. And J. Cole's doing it with his crazy multi-syllable rhyme scheme, condensed rhymes. It's so dope. I was set too. Hang on. I bet you. Yeah, hang on. There's a lot to digest already.
Yeah.
That clock's moving forward. But we start to progress backwards here. Get it? Camera's moving backwards to reveal different timelines representing different actions that he's talking about. But right there, he's writing. Camera's moving. Clock is moving forward.
Listen. I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it and
it's doing it. It's doing it right there on the right-hand wall. That clock is now moving backwards, representing that time has shifted and time has changed. Oh, what a visual.
I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life.
Persevere through the worst. Adhere to the hearse. Again, just flipping the ear, earse, ear, earse, ear, earse. And he just keeps tapping back and forth between these rhyme schemes, man. It just crazy condenses it.
I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it.
Even there. So he goes A, B, and then he goes B, A, B. I love that, right? My thirst. Worse. So then he starts with worse. I hear. Man, I love the way he's flipping already.
I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse.
Right there.
The driver steered it.
First appeared in a hearse, and then he's back to, man, just the way he's ping-ponging these schemes is so good. And then he first appears in a hearse. Why? Because he's starting at his death. And then you see the flowers getting dropped, like, at his funeral.
With here is a curse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse. The driver steered to the church. My grandkids carried the coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing where hurt. Fast.
The tears rise to the sides of their face instead of tears pouring down. They're, everything that he's describing is moving in reverse. Not only is he giving us a great storytelling track and giving us these descriptions, putting us right there in the moment, but he's doing it all in reverse with the actions that he describes.
Church. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing where hurt. Fast.
Sides, eyes, right? So then he starts tapping in a new rhyme scheme. But then don't worry, because he comes back to his original rhyme scheme that he started this verse with.
The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing where hurt.
Piercing with hurt. And then he comes back to that. And that for me, I've talked about this often. Like, rappers will get on a multi-syllable rhyme scheme. And rappers will carry it maybe for a few bars, right? But it gets harder and harder the deeper you go into your bars to carry that rhyme scheme and to continue it. And I love raps that sometimes will just take a rhyme scheme and run it through the whole verse. And J. Cole, so far, this is what he's doing. He's grabbed this rhyme scheme at the start, and he's still punching it. You got to appreciate the writing ability to do that. And then he's starting to have even more fun and just dancing other internal rhyme schemes into it. All right, keep it running.
Driver steered to the church. My grandkids carried the coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing where hurt. Fast forward 60 years,
So
I got
dope.
verse of the year. My purpose is clear, is to murk whoever did.
He got verse of the year. Come on now. He's rapped about this, man. J. Cole has had so many verses of the year for me. J. Cole, do not mess with him on features, but I just want to talk about, again, the visuals, how dope this is, that we change perspective, right? Because everything's a horizontal perspective, but this changes to a vertical perspective, looking as if we're in his coffin. So this is like from his perspective, first person, right? And you throw white flowers at a funeral. They're wearing all black, representing a funeral.
And into their eyes is piercing
But
where
notice how that's a vertical perspective.
hurt. Fast forward 60 years, I got verse of the year. My purpose is clear, is to murk.
Then we go back to a horizontal perspective. And then fast forward 60 years. Hey, J. Cole, you lived a long life, man. Congrats. I think that's one thing I wish for anyone, man, is a long, healthy, prosperous life.
Whoever dare flirt with death, the best alive, and what you now hear is the work. The inspiration was rare and dispersed with death, the best of years. I got verse of the year. My purpose is clear, is to murk whoever dare flirt with death, the best alive, and what you now hear is the work.
Wow. My purpose to murk whoever flirt with death. I'm the best alive. And I love how he has these bars, 60 years going in reverse to when he's still doing it and killing it and has that hunger, literally just after he rapped about and talked about his death.
Clear, is to murk whoever dare flirt with death, the best.
Even that catch happening in reverse. Come on. No, it wasn't a catch. Sorry. It looks like a catch to me, but he's throwing the paper. Woohoo!
Years I got verse
Boy, this is cooking.
of the year. My purpose is clear, is to murk whoever dare flirt with death, the best alive, and what you now hear is the work. The inspiration was rare and dispersed, but when it's there, I'm immersed. My experience of being a parent dispersed. Watching my son disappear as I stare at his birth, and he returns to the womb, wifey stomach grown greater in girth, and then declining every time we come here to the nurse. With each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first. Do I? Took the wedding ring off her finger, and now I'm single, walking up the aisle backwards to an era of dirt. Falling clubs, tipsy with a bitch I see clear through a skirt. The cameras be snapping, blogs be yapping, so I'm careful alert. Walking to my section, whisper right in my ear, we flirt, we part ways. I see her from a distance, she stares with a smirk. Cheers to the perks with the squad, we live for the search of new hoes. Lusty, quick to fuck me, unaware of they worth. We leave the club, drive to the show, and I swear that it's turned. It all begins with encore cheers from those wearing my merch. Fast forward through years of rehearsal, losing, winning, bank account thinning, income streams nowhere near as diverse. And though I'm blessed, I see me stressing from hearing the chirps of naysayers who only days later I don't care to convert. On cloud 9, now signed to my hero, one of the so-called kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp. Decade later, mama cut on the cable. My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse. I'm growing shorter, Pampers cover my hindquarters. I watch my father walk back in my life and it clears up a hurt I couldn't explain. Mama gives me my name, then hands me over to the doctor, and I watch as my spirit reverts. then I'm no longer here on this earth. I'm no longer here on this earth.
Yo, I'm captivated. I'm absolutely captivated by this.
That's how I see it.
I forgot I had to sit here and react for you guys. Like, I'm just, whoo. That's a masterclass in songwriting. All right, let's break it down. Let's break it down before we let this run all the way out.
See it from a distance. Tipsy with a bitch, I see.
There's some great
My
lines.
son disappeared. It's alive, and what you now hear is the work. The inspiration was rare and in spurts, but when it's there, I'm immersed. My experience of being a parent dispersed. Watching
my experience of being a parent disperse, right? Because it's going away. Because again, we're going through time. So he's a parent now, but then we're getting to the point when he wasn't a parent.
Son disappear as I stare at his birth, and he returns.
Disappear as I stare at his birth. Like, what a way to put that. Because obviously, again, all action moving in reverse. It's just so clever the way this is all set up.
To the womb, wifey's stomach growing greater in girth.
And then her stomach starts growing greater in girth. Come on now.
And then declining every time we.
And then it starts declining because it was big and then it's down. Whoa.
Come here to the nurse. With each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first. Do I took the wedding?
Each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first. That's a really interesting line for me. Right before this do I, which we're about to get to, which is just a crazy bar. But for me, it shows that his perspective changed, right? Because when he goes to that single life, each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first. Like the start of my career, you could take that as, or I take that as like, I had times when I used to put my career first, when I was living the single life. Then I get wifey, and now all of a sudden it's not just about my career. I have other priorities. Then I have kids. I have other priorities. It's not my career coming first then. That's a really dope little Easter egg type of bar in line. It's just really thoughtful there.
The womb, wifey's stomach growing greater in girth. And then declining every time we come here to the nurse. With each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first. Do I took the wedding ring off her finger and now I'm singing?
Do I took the wedding ring off her finger? That is Nas Rewind. Nas Rewind, the dialogue happened in reverse. And right there, do I is reverse for I do. He's taking the ring off her finger, but really he's describing getting married, putting the ring on her finger and saying I do, but it's happening the other way.
Walking up the aisle backwards to an era of dirt. Falling clubs tipsy with a bitch I see clear.
I'm so damn tired right now. Otherwise, I would get up and just kick shit right now. That's crazy.
With skirt, the cameras be snapping, blogs be yapping, so I'm careful alert.
Hang on.
Right now I'm single, walking up the aisle backwards to an era of dirt. Falling clubs.
Now I'm single, walking up the aisle backwards because we're still going backwards. And in this case, he's not walking forward anymore to go say I do.
Tipsy with a bitch I see clear through a skirt.
And when he says tipsy, he's kind of staggering like a little tipsy there. And that's why, to me, the perspective shifts and he's upside down, representing that perspective change, being tipsy.
The cameras be snapping, blogs be yapping, so I'm careful alert. Walk into my section, whisper right in my ear, we flirt, we part ways. I see her from a distance, she stares with a smirk. Cheers to the perks with the squad, we live for the search of new.
Then to me, he just described first meeting his wife.
Hoes, lusty, quick to fuck me.
And now we're going to the single life before that.
Whatever they worth. We lead the club, drive to the show, and I swear that it's turned. It all begins with encore cheers from those wearing my merch.
Swear that it's turned. It's turned up versus literally the camera's turning.
Fast forward through years of rehearsal, losing, winning, bank account thin.
Years of rehearse. Notice still that rhyme scheme that I pointed out to start with? Where are we? 1 minute 52 in. We are crazy deep in terms of bar count to this song. Still carrying this rhyme scheme while he's doing everything in reverse.
And income streams nowhere near as diverse. And though I'm blessed, losing, winning, bank account thin, and income streams. Fast forward through years of rehearsal, losing, winning, bank account thin, and income streams nowhere near as diverse. And though I'm blessed, I see me stressed.
Bank account thinning, right? Now we're going back to my come up days, right? And got a little basketball shout out as well, because we know he plays ball as well, dreaming as a kid, but then also a little shout out to the warm up and the come up too.
From hearing the chirps of naysayers who only days later I don't care to convert. On cloud 9, now signed to my hero, one of the so-called kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp.
Shout out to Jay-Z signing him. Come on.
Decade later, mama cut on the cable. My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse. I'm growing shorter.
That was the other line I really wanted to point out.
My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse.
My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse. Why does it end? Because that was the point where it started for him. Remember, it's all happening in reverse. So that's where he got his first motivation to be great, to go get signed by Hove. Because he looked in his mom's purse and was like, she doesn't have any money. I got to go provide. I got to go do this.
I'm growing shorter, Pampers cover my hindquarters. I watch my father walk back in my life and it clears up a hurt.
Man, and that line just hits different. I watch my father walk back into my life and it clears up a hurt because he left us. He left us hanging a long time ago, and that's him watching home movies and home videos right there.
Couldn't explain, mama gives me my name, then hands me over to the doctor and I watch as my spirit reverts.
My spirit reverts, man, and now he's going back to his birth. He started at his death, and he's ending on his birth.
I'm no longer here on this earth.
That's crazy.
I'm no longer here on this earth.
And notice how we go down, and he's not there anymore because he hasn't been born yet.
That's how I see it. I'm gonna come in.
It's crazy. The fall off is inevitable. Wow.
Okay. Okay.
What's this?
Who the fuck is you?
What a concept. What a well-executed concept. Visually, incredible. Love the Easter eggs, the attention to detail. Rhyme writing, another level. Storytelling ability, check that box. Delivery, check that box. Punchlines, yeah, he had some nice flips in there too. Just lines that really make you think. The dialogue in reverse, ooh. I mean, you talk about speaking on one's future while looking back at the past and giving it to us right here in the present. What in the inception just happened? Yo, you hear just that classic, like little vinyl crackle? Like when you're first putting the needle down. I love when that's just atmospherically there in the mix. This gives that classic.
Yeah, dust off the old notebook where a younger Jermaine Lamar wrote hooks to get a glimpse of what his hopes looked like back in his younger years, and found a page stained with what seemed to be 100 tears as the smeared words spoke of his blended fears, telling him persevere through it all, go hard like Medusa in front of mirrors to reach the top, so unaware that the trouble's there were nothing more than a worse version of troubles where he sat when he wrote this, performing hocus pocus with empty pocket focus over some dope libido made itself, all the pain in his cadence felt. And though his heart was made of felt, his exterior hardened to present a demeanor in which this period taught him was the best for survival, to deflect the most aggressive of rivals. A testament to the lessons I follow. Seen the death of bravado, the second weapons hit his chest with a hollow. Pride is a bitter pill indeed, but it's best if you swallow. If not, your homies gon' pay respect with a bottle poured out onto the flesh of this mother earth, while liquor slithers like a serpent across the mud and dirt to go rest in a pothole. Money coming soon, back then was obsessed with the motto. Me and my dogs was like the musketeers. Through the years we stayed connected, to this day we still stepping legato. Subconscious detecting, these niggas think I'm lesser for my complexion. Before I'm done, they all gon' respect the mulatto.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. I said they all gon' respect the mulatto.
Oh, you really talking your shit here, huh, Cole? Okay. I'll tell you what, man. Like, I saw a post, I think it was on the awful, cancerous space known as X. But basically, it was like a side-by-side of like a Kendrick verse where he's very impassioned with his delivery and a Cole verse from this album. And it was like, see the difference in passion and enthusiasm? And it's like, no, this is a stylistic choice. Like, if you actually appreciate the lyricism of this and the rhyme writing and the way that this is all punctuated and the pockets in which he sits, Cole is still rapping his ass off, right? And the enthusiasm is there within the writing itself. But I think it's just the drop down, more like laid back delivery, which for me matches more of the soulful cuts, the soulful low key vibes and feel and lo-fi feel of a lot of this album. Like That's a stylistic choice of Cole to go more melodic because he's doing a lot more singing. So to give you this type of pocket and pattern that he's in, but people just want like the over accentuation. It's almost got to be like so obvious on the internet. In order for us to feel his passion, he's got to like hit every word and spit flying out of his mouth. No, that's not how he's rapping on this. But don't take away from the fact that he's still rapping his ass off.
And found a page stained with what seemed. Yeah, dust off the old notebook where a younger Jermaine Lamar wrote hooks to get a glimpse of what his hopes looked like back in his younger years.
That feels like a very stream of conscious sort of rhyme scheme, right? His notebook, hopes looked. So he's got the 2-syllable scheme, but before he has the pattern on the end rhyme, he comes out of that 2-syllable scheme in the middle of the bar, hopes looked like, and then the like takes him into a new rhyme scheme, a new rhyme pattern. And that's just a very like stream of conscious, like writing type of flow rhyme.
Yeah, dust off the old notebook where a younger Jermaine Lamar wrote hooks to get a glimpse of what his hopes looked like back in his younger years, and found a page stained.
And see, then he comes out of it.
With what seemed to be 100 tears as the smeared words spoke of his blended fears, telling them persevere through it all, go hard like Medusa in front of mirrors.
Go hard like Medusa? Why? If you see Medusa, you turn to stone. So if Medusa looks in the mirror, you're going to turn yourself to stone? He's going hard. Come on.
Reach the top so unaware that the trouble's there. We're nothing more than a worse version of troubles where he sat when he wrote this, performing hocus pocus with empty pocket focus over some dope labidi made itself.
Hocus pocus focus over some beat he made himself. Like right there, that little dot, 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 dot. When he just condenses the O sounding schemes, that's a nice flow.
All the pain in his cadence felt, and though his heart was made of felt, his exterior hardened to present a demeanor in which this period taught him was the best for survival, to deflect the most aggressive of rivals. A testament to the lessons I follow. Seen the death of bravado, the second weapons hit his chest with a hollow.
I just love the way he paints that. Seeing the death of bravado, the second that the hollows hit his chest, basically, right? When those hollow tips hit, it doesn't matter how big of a game that you talk. We're all going the same direction.
Pride is a bitter pill indeed, but it's best if you swallow. If not, your homies gonna pay respect with a bottle poured out on.
Pride is a bitter pill to swallow. He flips that idiom. Pride is bitter indeed, but it's best if you swallow. I love the way that he takes that popular saying and kind of rewords it and flips it in this sense, because if you want to survive, sometimes you have to swallow that pride and swallow that ego. Because pride and ego can lead to confrontations, which can lead to violence.
Bitter pill indeed, but it's best if you swallow. If not, your homies gonna pay respect with a bottle poured out onto the flesh of this Mother Earth. While
pouring out liquor for you.
Liquor slithers like a serpent across the mud and dirt to go rest in a pothole.
And that just little illustrative line. While the liquor slithered like a serpent. Like just painting that picture in your head. Cole is a great storyteller. Lines like this show why.
Money coming soon, back then was obsessed with the motto. Me and my dogs was like the musketeers. Through the years, we stayed connected. To this day, we still step in legato.
Like the musketeers, we step in legato. Like when you play something legato and you move up in scale or you're in sync with it, legato step.
Conscious detecting, these niggas think I'm lesser for my complexion. Before I'm done, they all gonna respect the mulatto.
I'm not going to say it because the understanding of such a word has changed, right? But basically, Cole right here is addressing a phrase referring to him being mixed race. And much in the same way of African Americans taking the N-word and flipping it and taking ownership of it and just like taking something that was used as a negative and finding a way to hold it themselves so that no one else can touch it. This is what Cole is doing with this M word here, with him addressing the mixed stuff. And I even saw this in the Kendrick battle too. I saw a little bit of this. I saw a little bit. Drake, I feel like got more of it, but I saw Cole getting this as well, right? People like, oh, that's Cole's white side coming out. That's Cole's light skin side, right? And Cole getting thrown and put into a pocket because of how he looks, because of his shades, because of him being mixed. And I always say, take those critiques. Take when someone's throwing things your way and wear it like armor. And you take control of the narrative. And that's what Cole's doing here. He's addressing some of that, I feel like, as well. He's seen it. He's heard it. This is his way of getting back.
Think I'm lesser for my complexion. Before I'm done, they all gonna respect the mulatto. Yeah. I said they all gonna respect the mulatto. I got something I wanna tell you. Dreams can come true. You'll get yours too, but it won't save. I got something I wanna tell you. Dreams can come true. You'll get yours too, but it won't save. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling through the veil on
cousin too. Oh, shout out to Outkast, man. Cole has paid homage to Outkast before, one of the greatest hip-hop groups of all time. I still stand by it. Andre 3K is top 5 MCs for me. Come on now. I love the homage paid to this. This is from the AT Aliens. This is from Elevators, me and you, baby. Like I've said, this album has a lot of homage paid to Southern hip-hop, to Southern cuts, whether it's like repeating lines, paying homage in that way to different sounds, to what's being sampled and used. You feel that throughout this. Feels like J. Cole's love letter to the South. And it's appropriate. I'm just connecting these dots too. That Erica's singing this as well, man. She used to date Andre 3 Stacks.
My darkest truths be hard to say to friends. Fuck it past the bottle and swallow in hopes it could wash away the sins. Grew up amongst the lost and wasn't taught a way to win. On days I think of James, my heart and heart it breaks again. He caught the fade, but pussy niggas caught him later then. Medics performed the CPR and hauled away his limbs. It always haunted me inside my thoughts and made him grim. His father
hauled away his limbs, thoughts that made him grim. Again, this nice multi-syllable rhyme scheme he's hidden while he's just painting these pictures, man. There was a line before that. I don't want to get too far away from
My darkest truths be hard to say to friends. Fuck it past the bottle and swallow in hopes it could
My darkest truths be hard to say to friends. And again, you know how I talk about J. Cole, like being willing to be vulnerable so that us listening are inspired to also follow suit, because there is also this stigma of having to always give off this hardened appearance, this hardened exterior, that you're always in control. And I just love little lines like that again, just is J. Cole opening up. And it provides hope for others listening, provides solidarity.
My darkest truths be hard to say to friends. Fuck it past the bottle and swallow in hopes it could wash away the sins.
Man.
Grew up amongst the lost and wasn't taught a way to win.
Grew up amongst the lost and wasn't taught a way to win. And that's the reality, the situation that he's from. And I've always said this, like, we also have this stigma. Oh, if you work hard enough, right, you'll make it out. No, you have to understand. I mean, there's a whole subject on this in school that's taught. It's called sociology. But, you know, you're as much a product of your environment as you are your individual choices as well. And not everybody has the same opportunities in life. Not everybody gets given the same chances. Not everybody starts at the same starting point. And also, there's luck involved in life. There's a lot of factors that are out of our control that affect where we end up career-wise. But if you're going to a place where schools are underfunded, they're overcrowded, there's violence happening, there's gangs around you, there's a lot of drug use, you don't have great role models, you don't have a great system to set you up, well, you're already starting way, way back compared to someone else who has all of these things, right? And they might fall on the way, and you might still find a way to rise above that. But I'm saying the odds that you make it out compared to someone starting at a different level, it's a lot slimmer. It's a lot less. Cole speaking, man.
In hopes it could wash away the sins. Grew up amongst the lost and wasn't taught a way to win. On days I think of James, my heart and heart it breaks again. He caught the fade, but pussy niggas caught him later then. Medics performed the CPR and hauled away his limbs. It always haunted me inside my thoughts and made him grim. His father knew my father way back when. Army buddies that used to party hard overseas, but through the alcohol, the weed, and plus the hardy hearts that made them kin. Who knew their future kids would have to find a way to swim in the wild with crocodile and alligator skins. They took a good nigga, smart kid who could hoop, who could fight. Instead, I wish the Lord had taken them. If Darwinism states only the stronger make it, then why am I here when I don't feel that I'm as great as him? If pockets Jesus, then I ride around and play the hymns. Life goes on even in this modern day of algorithm moderated streaming service, automated blends. I play the classics often and I've gotta say there's gems. This life is like it's all set up for God to play the Sims. Yeah, I got rich but think I need a smarter way to cleanse. If money gives happiness, then please explain to rich bastards with no peace how come they never bought their way to Zen.
Can't buy your way to heaven, man. Preach it, Cole. Some great lines from Cole again.
Smart kid who could hoop, who could fight. Instead, I wish the Lord had taken them. If Darwinism states only the strong.
You know that whole soapbox I just stood on speaking? Like, here you go. Here's an example that he's given of one of his homies who just crossed paths with the wrong people, unfortunately. Who was smart, who was gifted, who was talented. And look where he is, 6 feet deep.
Make it then. Why am I here when I don't feel that I'm as great as him?
And I like this Darwin survival of the fittest line, because I've talked about this. Like, J. Cole being from where he's from, you have to give off this toughened persona in order to survive. It is survival of the fittest. And yet J. Cole admitting that I don't feel this way inside. This isn't how I am deep down. And feeling almost survivor's guilt.
If Pac is Jesus, then I ride around and play the hymns.
Rest in peace to Pac. If Pac is Jesus, I ride around and play the hymns. I love that bar.
Life goes on even in this modern day of algorithm, moderated streaming service, automated blends.
Algorithm, moderated, streaming service, moderated blends. I love that flow right there, man. And again, speak out about the industry, because this is what happens. I've said this so many times. I made a whole video on this. Be an active curator of what you listen to. Don't just sit back and let the algorithm decide what you're going to listen to. Don't let the algorithm program, because the algorithm isn't truly learning off of your behavior. The algorithm is influenced by the major labels. The algorithm is influenced by the money that Spotify is being kicked back to, that they're getting paid, by everything else going on behind the scenes, right? That's why they're not going to be transparent about how their algorithms work and how it all moves. You need to be an active curator of your hip hop, especially because people saying rap is dead, rap lost its messages. No, there's all kinds of rap. There's conscious hip hop out there. There's beautiful hip hop. There's experimental hip hop. There's soulful stuff. There's jazz. You just got to be willing to go find it. Don't let the algorithm find you just the same mainstream shallow poppy shit, right?
Don't feel that I'm as great as him. If Pac is Jesus, then I ride around and play the hymns. Life goes on even in this modern day of algorithm, moderated streaming service, automated blends.
Man.
I play the classics often, and I've got to say there's gems. This life is like it's all
Facts.
set up for God to play the Sims. Yeah, I got rich, but think I
Life is set up for God to play the Sims. It feels that way. I think we're all in the Matrix right now.
say there's gems. This life is like it's all set up for God to play the Sims.
Bar.
Yeah, I got rich, but think I need a smarter way to cleanse. If money gives happiness, then please explain to rich bastards with no peace. How come they never bought their way to Zen?
And we also have this sentiment, right? Just because you're rich, just because you're wealthy, we celebrate these people. We look up to them. They can still be pieces of shit. They can still be horrible humans. Let's look at what's going on with all the Epstein files right now and stuff that's getting swept under the rug by the rich and by the powerful. It's fucking disgusting, right? But we uplift people who sometimes people get rich for doing horrible things. Sometimes in order to get to the top, you got to do stuff that is not discussed. And yet we look at the end product and we go, I want to be like that. I want to get there. No. A lot of the rich can be morally bankrupt. It doesn't mean that they're better human beings. Anyways, I'm on one.
No peace, how come they never bought their way to Zen? How come they never bought their way to Zen? If it's that simple.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got something that I wanna tell you. Dreams can come true.
Dreams, like for me, there's so many layers of this. He's probably got like 15 stacks of harmonies, right? And this is how you do this to achieve this. Like, I got something I want to tell you. I got something I want to tell you. I got something I want to tell you. Like, you just hit all kinds of different harmonies and layers. You just stack the shit out of that. And like, you build it and you build it, right? It's a nice blend. It's working for Cole. He's got a very smooth, soulful voice, man.
You'll get yours too, but it won't save. I got something I
Dreams can come true. You'll get yours too, but it won't save. Right? We chase our dreams, but what do we sacrifice for our dreams? It's okay to chase your dreams. Be relentless in that pursuit, but don't sacrifice yourself and your morals and who you are in the process.
wanna tell you. Dreams can come true. You'll get yours too, but it won't save me and you, your mama and your cousin too.
I love this.
Rolling through the veil on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors.
Hey.
Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling through the veil on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors.
Woo! Woo! Oh, I got chills, man. That was a track. That was a track. That was a cut right there. And I'll tell you what, we're getting deeper. We're definitely getting more introspective, more philosophical. Yeah, we were on one on this one. I enjoyed that from Cole.
Ring, ring, who the fuck is that? It's a 910 number, so you know what niggas at.
Hey, we heard that on Who the Fuck Is You?
Some new tricks at a baby. No more record deal, yeah, I'm fresh up out of slave, yeah.
I'm back home for the time being. COLE state of NC, that's where you find me in. Right off of 95, we had a little town meeting.
Oh, no, you didn't.
With some new tricks.
No, you didn't.
2-6 with the blueprint, yeah, it made me. Oh, dog.
2-6 was the blueprint. The blueprint, yeah, it made me. You would think, all right, standard line. It was the blueprint of how he got out. That's what formed him. Versus Jay-Z, the Blueprint album. Why? Why is that a double? Hang on a second.
With some new tricks, had a baby. No more record deal, yeah, I'm fresh up out of slave, yeah.
Because he says no more record deal. I'm fresh up out of slavery. Who signed him? Jay-Z, Rock Nation. And J. Cole in recent years has been on a celebrating him buying back his masters, having full ownership of what he does. Oh, this is only going to stir the pot even further. I made a whole video on this talking about the J. Cole and Jay-Z situation and how I've always felt like it's two very different expectations of one another. It's two very different opinions of how J. Cole's music should have been and should be. And there's always just been that little bit of tension and that rift. And right here, lines like this are exactly why. You can't tell me that there's nothing there. Why would J. Cole say that he's fresh up out of slavery if it was a good deal, if he was completely happy with the way that he was handled by Rock Nation and completely happy with Jay-Z? There's no reason at all for lines like this unless you feel a type of way. There's something there, and it's right. I mean, this is the most plain shot so we could get. It's not even him just bragging about buying his masters. That's a straight up shot at his deal with The Rock. He's fresh up out of slavery.
Some new tricks, had a baby. No more record deal, yeah, I'm fresh up out of slavery.
Man.
I'm back home for the time being. COLE state of NC, that's where you find me in. Right off of
What is that from? That's another Southern nod.
Home for the time being. COLE state of NC, that's where you find me in. Right off of 95, we had a little town meeting down in the Ville. If you're real, then you can chime in. Now, real don't mean that you got paper or you ride Benz or selling white to all your clients that don't mind skiing. Now, being real to me, you stand on what the fuck you do. We on the map, we ain't Atlanta, but we snuck on through. I had a plan put on the land, I got accustomed to. It's open carry, so it's random niggas clutching tools. It's nothing new, they carry hammers in the public schools. Hurt talking down, but then it's fuck him too. It's nothing new, bitch, we been hated for a long while. Before I blew, bitch, we was known as the problem child of Carolina. Bear in mind, we never had shit, but now the gold is from this bitch, so all that's past tense. We gas shit, nigga. 2-6 with the blueprint, yeah, it made me. Old dog with some new tricks, had a baby. No more record deal, yeah, I'm fresh up out of slavery. Paid dues, now I want what's due, nigga, pay me.
Pay dues, now I want what's due, pay me. Oh, he's doubling down. He is doubling way down.
Yeah, I'm fresh up out of slavery. Paid dues, now I want what's due, nigga, pay me.
Carolina shit, hold on, you forget. Take your fucking shirt off and swing it around it, bitch. Money is a mindset if you already rich. Take your fucking shirt off and swing it around it, bitch.
North Carolina, raise up. Take your shirt off, twist it around your head, spin it like a helicopter. We just got a shout out to PD Pop. PD Pop getting to feature a fellow North Carolina artist. J. Cole is putting on, he put some people on blast, but this verse was tight.
Right to all your clients that don't mind skiing. Now being real,
man,
you at least stayed up and see that. I'm back home for the time being.
I love that little just like turntable record scratch because it hit one side of the mix, then pan to the other, and then kick back out before the percussion kicks back in.
Slave, yeah. I'm back home for the time being. COLE stayed up and
is a very appropriate, very cold, but also Southern style piano to me. Just the way that this sits in the pocket and bounces.
I'm back home for the time being. COLE stayed up and see, that's where you find me in. Right off of 95,
time being, find me in.
We had a little town meeting down.
Town meeting. And just the way that he takes town meeting, find me in, town meeting. Think about how those do not sit anywhere near each other when you say them as they're supposed to be said. But because of the way that J. Cole bends the rhymes and enunciates them, he fits them into the scheme nicely.
Up and see, that's where you find me. And right off of 95, we had a little town meeting down in the Ville. If you're real, then you can chime in. Now, real don't mean that you got paper or you ride Benz, or selling white to all your clients that don't mind skiing. Now, being
selling white to your clients that don't mind skiing. Nice little Coke bar.
paper or you ride Benz, or selling white to all your clients that don't mind skiing. Now, being real to me, you stand on what the fuck you do. We on the map, we ain't Atlanta, but we snuck on through. I had a plan put on the land, I got a custom tool. It's open carry, so it's random niggas clutching tools. It's nothing new, they carry hammers in the public schools. Hurt talking down, but in the
so random, they're carrying hammers in the public schools. I just love, again, just the unapologetic way that he paints a picture of where he's from. And these strings that come in, man, this production is sauce.
It's nothing new, they carry hammers in the public schools. Hurt talking down, but in this fuck him too. It's nothing.
Heard who? He cut that name out. He muted it. Was that the same person that he's talking about who was dissing him back from childhood, who's up in question? I said, no, no space. You guys were saying it's someone else. There's a whole video made on this apparently. But that feels like very much so someone from back home cut him out. I'm not going to name drop because you're not worth getting that attention in that time.
Hammers in the public schools. Hurt talking down, but in this fucking too. It's nothing new, bitch. We been hated for a long while. Before I blew, bitch, we was known as the problem child of Carolina. Bear in mind, we never had shit. But now the gold is from this bitch, so all that's past tense. We gas shit, nigga. 2-6 with the
Carolina, we never had shit, but now the GOAT is here. And that's all past tense. J. Cole, yet again, talking his shit, saying he's the GOAT. He's the greatest. Shout out to ATL. But we were always viewed as a problem child. Nobody was giving North Carolina love. So I'm going to come through and I'm going to make this a North Carolina take your shirt off song like North Carolina's anthem by P.D. Pablo, and also put P.D. Pablo on the track, man. I love just the meta and some of the ways that he's moving these pieces right now.
Now the gold is from this bitch, so all that's past tense. We gas shit, nigga. 2-6 with the blueprint, yeah, it made me. Old dog with some new tricks, had a baby. No more record deal, yeah, I'm fresh up out of slavery. Paid dues, now I want what's due, nigga, pay me.
Carolina shit.
I love the I still want to place that. It's going to bother me. Comment down below. But anyways, he's taking his voice, right? And he's just doing those with his voice and punching that in. So it sounds almost like it's just got like the synth, like the pop of the synth, but really it's just his voice popping all over the mix.
Hold on, you forget. Take your fucking shirt off and swing it around it, bitch. Money is a mindset if you already rich. Take your fucking shirt off and swing it around it, bitch.
I had to leave these green pine trees to get it. Said when I got it, I was gonna bring it back, bitch, and guess what? I did it.
Hey.
Living a Civic, came back in Atlanta, feeling like Tupac in Atlanta. Bought me 2 plots of land, some of the duck off of my fan. Practice my jump shot in my gym, and thinking I'm too big to come home, cause I got the planet over my head. Nigga, what? I'm on brag right now. FPD behind me, running my tags right now.
Hey.
I can't be too upset, they got a reason to check. This shit regular in New York, but the Ville ain't seen this yet. Now I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be, regardless of the emblem that's drawn on the key. Ville nigga put on for NC, for something that's hard to believe. Shout out to God, P.D. Pablo, he did that long before me.
Hey.
I just got home from a tour and I brought my partner with me. Let her run through freaks and stack they dollars. We learned it all on the streets of the VILLE.
Carolina shit.
Hey.
Hold on, you forget. Take your fucking.
I like this cut. I really like this cut.
Money is a mindset if you already rich. Take your fucking shirt off and swing it around it, bitch.
I had to leave these green pine trees to get it. Said when I got it,
I had to lead these green pine trees to get it. I love right there. Lead these green. That internal E sound, right? Lead these green. And it's a very punchy pepper delivery. And then he comes out of that. And I talk about Cole shifting gears all the time within the same bar. I'm a huge fan of that. When you just have different gear changes within the same scheme itself. And right there on Get It, he goes faster through Get It. And then he starts to play. He starts to play with more of the measured, peppered, singular syllabus delivery. And then speeding through certain word connections as well.
I had to leave these green pine trees to get it. Said when I got it, I was gonna bring it back.
Said when I got it. See right there? Said when I. He combines that. Said when I got it. Got it. Gets more peppered, so he comes faster, and then he comes out of the faster. So instead of going like more measured, fast, then he starts fast and comes more measured, peppered with it.
That bitch, and guess what? I did it. Living a Civic, came back in Atlanta, feeling like Tupac in Atlanta. Brought me
Feeling like Tupac in Atlanta. Like right there again, like he's really having fun with these pockets, man. Like every single bar is a different sort of rhythmic metric and just really finding his own unique pockets on this, man. I always say this, like you give a rapper this beat, you give 10 of them this beat, and there's only one that's going to find the pocket that Cole is finding, and that's Cole himself. It just goes to show the unique way he can hear rhythms and find a way just to have his own pocket and pattern within him.
I did it, living a Civic, came back in Atlanta, feeling like Tupac in Atlanta, bought me 2 plots of land, some of the
Tupac had family in Atlanta. He bought land down in Atlanta. He even shot part of a movie, Above the Rim, down in Atlanta. And then also very famously, he shot those 2 off-duty police officers who were drunk and who were acting up in ATL as well. Cole knows all this. Nice little homage again.
Civic, came back in Atlanta, feeling like Tupac in Atlanta, bought me 2 plots of land, some of the duck off of my fan, practice my jump shot in my gym, and thinking I'm too big to come home, cause I got the planet Earth in my hand. Nigga, what? I'm on brag right now. FPD behind me, running my tags right now.
Hey.
I can't be too upset.
I love that. Y'all think that I left, right? Because I bought land in Atlanta where I could just work on my J, where I could just chill out. But what you talking about? I'm home right now and I'm getting pulled over because of what I'm driving, because of my success.
They got a reason to check. This shit regular in New York, but the Ville ain't seen this yet. Now
This is regular in New York, but the Ville ain't seen this shit yet, right? The Ville's never seen this status of success. I am literally having the planet in my hand, but I'm still bringing it back home, right? I love the consistent theme throughout both of these discs of how life has changed for him, but how it all ties in. There's one central theme, life in Fayetteville, and then how Cole fits within that.
gonna be who I'm gonna be, regardless of the emblem that's drawn on the key. Bill nigga put on for NC, for some that's hard to believe. Shout out to God, PD Pablo, he did that long before me. I just got home from a tour and I brought my partner with me. Let her run through freaks and stack they dollars. We learned it all on the streets, to the VILLE.
Nice.
Carolina shit, hold on, you forget. Take a fucking shirt off and then swing it round it, bitch. The money is a mindset if you already rich. Take a fucking shirt off and then swing it round it, bitch.
2-6 was the blueprint, yeah, it made me. Old dog with some new tricks, had a baby. No more record deal, yeah, I'm fresh up out of slavery. Pay dues, now what was due, nigga, pay me. Nigga, pay me. Tiffany Pines, pay us, nigga. Lewis Heights, Bonnie Doors, Carolina, Bragg Boulevard, Grace Creek, Oak Hill, Perkins Road, Johnson Street, Cumberland Road, Shaw Road. Shout out to Baby.
He just say shout out to Baby. The Baby's from NC as well.
All my boys in the West, Southeast, South Carolina, motherfucker.
South Carolina getting love too.
Columbia,
Nice.
South Charleston, goddamn Greenville, it's the Southeast, all over this Florida. It's the Southeast. Ring, ring.
That was nice, man. That was a Southeast anthem. That was a North Carolina anthem. And also, I find it very fitting as J. Cole celebrating his hometown, celebrating his geography, that he also decides to take shots up north. Taking shots at those who previously owned his masters, saying that he broke free from slavery. Oh man, I can see why people wanted me to react to that one. That's going to have a lot of people talking.
Realest shit I wrote, doing life. Realest shit I wrote, doing life. Nigga, realest shit I wrote.
Hey,
This be the realest shit I wrote. Realest shit I wrote.
makes me think of Tupac, man. The realest shit I ever wrote. Up in the studio, getting blow. Shout out to Hail Mary. Rest in peace, Pac.
Shit I wrote. Realest shit I wrote.
Where we going?
Realest shit I wrote. Be the realest shit I wrote. Doing life. For all my niggas doing life with they day one. Who
Hey.
held it down when the credit wasn't A1?
Hey.
You thanking God you was looking for a great one. He took a rib out your chest and he made one. To be a man and hold it down, take a brave one. When the hoes come around and you crave something, my flow switch, slow the pace, this the mace one. I'm not a player, but I'm crushing like the late pun. Let's
Hey.
take one, go.
The definition of rider.
Oh, some nice homage paid to that. Let's bring it back. Just break down that intro.
Realest shit I wrote. Be the realest shit I wrote. Doing life. For all my niggas doing life with they day one. Who held it down when the credit wasn't A1?
You want to know if someone is truly there for you? When they were there as your day one, before you had the money and the fame and the success. then you know that they were actually there for you. But I love this concept because for me, I'm hearing like doing life sentence. And I go, all right, what's the setup here? He's going to talk about like one of his homies maybe doing life behind bars. But no, we're not doing the time behind bars. We're doing life and a life sentence with the one who's there for us, with our partner, with our ride or die.
All my niggas doing life with they day one. Who held it down when the credit wasn't A1? You thinking God, you was looking for a great one. He took a rib out your chest and he made one.
He took a rip out your chest, then he made one. That little just like stop, start, flow. A little bit of a West Coast bounce to that bar.
To be a man and hold it down, take a brave one. When the hoes come around and you crave something, my flow switch, slow the pace, this the Mace one.
My flow switch, slow the pace. Shout out to Murder Mace, man. Shout out to Mace, master of the slow flow in those vibes.
When the hoes come around and you crave something, my flow switch, slow the pace, this the Mace one. I'm not a player, but I'm crushing like the late pun.
I'm not a player, but I crush a lot. Shout out to Big Pun as well. Love the homage pay from Cole. Rest in peace to Pun.
Take one, go. The definition of rider, the one by my side when I had not a dollar to my name.
Hey.
Before a crowd would holler for
Definition of rider, when I not had a dollar to my name. I kind of botched that, but what I'm trying to point out is I just love the way that definition of a rider, not a dollar to my name. He uses that just like over accentuation, going up with the cadence, just to highlight that rhyme scheme there. That was a smooth flow.
but I'm crushing like the late pun. Let's take one, go. The definition of rider, the one by my side when I had not a dollar to my name.
That's nice.
Before a crowd would holler for Jermaine. You saw potential, waiting on you to hit my line was suspenseful. Back when we was kids, this was simple. Boy
Hey.
likes girl, girl got a man. Boy stays in lane, maybe provides a friend. Knowing by the end, buddy gon' fumble. Was far from the toughest around, buddy gon' rumble when necessary. When niggas started talking reckless, did he not step to them niggas with chest poked out? Over you that veil come out, no doubt. We fell in love, but my dreams you ain't know bout. You knew I rap, but you ain't know about both of my goals. Wanna take over the globe through a mic, and one day me and you be doing life. All types of games are being played. How's it going down? So until it's gone, and I got.
I'm telling you, man, this album is really showcasing J. Cole and his storytelling bag. And I know he's talked about his wife before. I know he's talked about his ride or die, but it's nice to just really hear him open up on a verse and tell about it.
Life.
And for me, the lines I really love, like chasing his dreams. But there were two dreams the whole time he was chasing that she didn't even realize. One of those, obviously, being the rap game, being trying to make it. But then the other, he's just trying to get her.
All types of games are being played. How's it going down? So until it's gone, and I got to know now. Is you with me or what? Nigga really think he in love. I put this ring on you forever. What's up? All types of games are being played. How's it going down? So until it's gone, and I got to know now. Is you with me or what? Nigga really think he in love.
It's all until it's gone, and I got to know now. Like, just wait. It's all until it's gone. Like, that little flow. That's a little bit of a Tupac flow again. I mean, I know we had that on What If, and I don't know where I am on this album yet to get to What If. No, I'm not at What If yet, am I? But, ooh.
Until it's gone, and I got to know now. Is you with me or what? Nigga really think he in love. I put this ring on you forever. What's up? Doing life. The puppy love had grown, and now it's full blown. Since childhood, I vowed to have a good home. White picket fence with wife cooking. Yellow rice for a couple kids that's nice looking. And I promised to treat her right, unlike what I had seen in my life as examples. Marriages and shambles. And I could tell I found a real one. Smart, loyal, and real pretty. We can build something. But first, I got work to do. So when I'm spending my nights locked in on that mic, please don't take it personal. My skills is growing, the flow's more versatile. My name's ringing, and on the evening I heard the news. I'm getting the deal. The first one I called was you, even though we've been off and on a few years. And through tears on rainy nights that you would wipe, I always knew that we be doing life. All types of games are being played. How's it going down? So until it's gone, and I got to know now.
It's all until it's gone, and I got to know now. You know who else I'm getting vibes from? I'm getting DMX vibes on that, actually. The more that I listen to that and just that little flow and that pattern, like, it's a really interesting choice of hook because it's not like a super melodic hook. I know he's singing it more bassy, more drop down, but you could hear that as more of like a gritty just like gravelly rap, aggressive delivery with those lines, like a DMX delivering that. Really interesting, like choice of hook right there, and just dynamic. The way that that rhythm's working in contrast to the way that he's delivering it melodically.
The news, I'm getting a deal. The first one I called was you, even though we've been off and on a few years, and through tears on rainy nights that you would write. I always knew that we be doing life. All types of games are being played. How's it going down? So until it's gone, and I got to know now. Is you with me or what? Nigga really think he in love. I put this ring on you forever. What's up? All types of games are being played. How's it going down? So until it's gone, and I got to know now. Is you with me or what? Nigga really think he in love. I put this ring on you forever. What's up? Doing life. The temptation of other lovers is a hard one to overcome when you're young and your star's done. A line that women that wouldn't give you time is calling you fine. Lust creeps all through your mind. I'm trying my hardest to remember why I'm an artist. Is it for bitches and the riches? You all suspicious and you should be. I'm doing dirt, but it's not as much as I could be. That make me feel better. I'm drifting away slowly. That make you feel bitter. The devil on my
I'm doing dirt, but it's not as much as I could be. Does that make me feel better? Like, I know I could be getting around every single night, because now all of a sudden with the fame, right, it changes. Who wants you changes, and you start to just question everything. But that temptation starts to creep in. And again, I've talked about how I like how J. Cole just is his authentic self. Like, he shares what he's going through and his experiences, right? And him talking about things like this and his struggles with the temptations and how he first dealt with fame, right? And how that runs into and clashes with the ideals of his day one, of his ride or die.
riches. You all suspicious and you should be. I'm doing dirt, but it's not as much as I could be. That make me feel better. I'm drifting away slowly. That make you feel bitter. The devil on my shoulder telling me quitter. Angel on the opposite side.
That make me feel better. And then he goes down to, that make you feel bitter. I just love the wordsmithing on that. I know it's not like close enough in terms of setup, but better to bitter, and just the way that he uses that cadence, again, just to highlight the difference of perspectives between how he's feeling. He's trying to make himself feel better and build himself up and not feel as guilty, versus her perspective on things, and just the way that he just flips that delivery. It's a simple word flip, but it's just a nice setup.
That make you feel bitter. The devil on my shoulder telling me quitter. Angel on the opposite side saying stick with her. God telling me pick whichever is in my heart. Looked inside myself to a place beyond thought and found out who I wanna be. Slowly but surely he cut off his hoes. If you gon' do it right. Put ring on your finger, now me and you was doing all types of games are being played. How's it going down?
I like that.
So until it's gone, and I got to know now.
I like that.
Is you with me or what? Nigga really think he in love. I put this ring on you forever, what's up? All types of games are being played, how's it going down? So until it's gone, and I got to know now. Is you with me or what? Nigga really think he in love. I put this ring on you forever, what's up? Doing life. I done wrote a lot of songs, but this gotta be my realest one.
Hey.
Shout out to anybody that really know what it's like to do life with somebody.
Yeah, man.
Through the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, through thick and thin. In a time where they make it so easy to just give up. You know what I mean?
I mean, you think about the crazy high divorce rate that we have in this country. And yeah, it's true. Like, J. Cole knows this, and this is just one of those mature songs. And I love some of the wisdom and the messaging that he's given us, right? It's not chasing the girls. It's not chasing and selling you this dream of this lifestyle of who he sleeps around with, right? He admits to his failings on this, in that third verse especially. But then also, there's kind of that moral to the story. There's bringing it back around. And him realizing, looking deep within his soul at what he truly values and what truly matters to him. And a relationship is not easy, I'll tell you that. As someone who was happily married, right? A relationship takes investment through the ups, through the downs. You're never always going to be perfect. But the important thing is that you stay committed to each other. And I just love how this is just a beautiful sentiment, and him opening up about his wife, because he doesn't really dedicate a ton of verses to his wife, but she'll appreciate this. And I think anyone out there listening who's been in it, who's been in a long-term relationship, who's with that connected other through the ups, through the downs, and knows, you know, a relationship takes sacrifice. But, you know, the best things in life, the things that truly pay off, they don't come easy, right? They're not the shortcut. They're not the easier road. Oftentimes, the greater reward is through the road less traveled. And there's a reason for that. And, you know, it all comes around in the end. And I say that as someone, again, who's, I really like this song, man. I like the way it makes me feel. I like the vibes with it. I think I'm going to go give my wife a hug right after this. Another acoustic guitar driven track, man, and you hear just the slides along.
Sunny days, rainy nights, I know she'll be there for me, no matter what. If I miss your call, I'ma call back. Never too far, no, I'm never too far. Bet wherever you are, that's where I'm at. I don't ever want you to regret.
Till I make you mine. I wonder what that sample cut is. Just like the sample cut we had on the last track too. Like you just hear it like down in the mix. Like it's there, but it's not meant to be more like a main vocal where it sits out on top. It's just like caked and layered as a part of the instrumentation itself.
I don't ever want you to regret these moves. Sometimes the wind is hidden in the lose. I wish life was longer like an interlude. I got way more songs I wanna sing with you. I thought I was strong till I saw what you went through. The birth of my sons, and each time my mind was blown. Each time my mind was blown. I owe you patience.
Thought I was strong until I saw you give birth to my sons. Listen, men out there, we go through a lot, but there's one thing that we can never relate to, and that is the pain of childbirth. Shout out to the women holding it down for us out there.
I owe you patience and a lot of grace.
That was really interesting. Like there was that harmony that was way down in like depth in the mix, and then they had like a more prominent, just like riffing, just more at the front of the mix. Like, so that really showed you the depth and the layering to the two differences. Like one more a part of the instrumentation, then one more a part of like the vocal track.
I owe you patience and a lot of grace. I owe you flowers and a product date. I owe you time watching movies that I hate. I owe you chocolates and red velvet cake. Oh wait, you don't like red velvet no more. Yeah, that's right, out of spite, hoes jealous of yours. Used to write about my life, but I ain't telling no more. Stay the fuck about my business. Drop the triple-double last week at Lifetime Fitness. Dishwasher broke, fingers wrinkled, getting soaked. What's the point of being rich if I gotta do the dishes? I give a fuck when niggas think about me. I know they couldn't know a thing about me. And my loyalty, she holds you down and you gotta move accordingly. I got a good one, she feel like royalty. I don't ever want you to regret.
I got a good one. She feel like royalty because she's a queen. And I love this. Da 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 da. Like he's still rapping. He's still got that pattern rap delivery and syllabus. And he's still coming through with the rhyme patterns as well. But I love, again, the more sort of melodic approach and delivery to this. It matches the vibes of the song.
My business. Drop the triple-double last week at Lifetime Fitness.
Drop the triple-double at. He's still balling.
Dishwasher broke, fingers wrinkled, getting soaked. What's the point of being rich if I gotta do the dishes?
Dishwasher broke, right? My fingers are wrinkled, getting soaked. What's the point of doing dishes? If I'm rich, I shouldn't be doing this. It's just like, it's a simple line, but it's like one of those just day in the life unfiltered lines. You know what I mean? Like I love, again, how open J. Cole has been throughout this album, but that right there is just a great characterization and illustration for me of just kind of like how he really is just opening the playbook to just the ebbs and flows of his daily life, of everything that happens, and just like letting us into his mind frame. It's a great picture painted.
I give a fuck when niggas think about me. I know they couldn't know a thing about me. And my loyalty, she holds you down and you gotta move accordingly. I got a good one, she feel like royalty. I don't.
Hey, the wifey's 2 for 2 now on this album.
Never want you to regret these moves. Sometimes the wind is hidden in the lose. I wish life was longer like an interlude. I got.
Sometimes the win is hidden in the lose. It's so true. I mean, sometimes you have to lose something to realize how much you truly appreciate it as well. But I've always said this. I learn more through my losses in life than I do through my wins. Take every failure as a learning experience and a building process.
Wind is hidden in the lose. I wish life was long.
Hidden in the lose. He's got a nice little higher harmony just stacked on top of that vocal.
Longer like an interlude. I got way more songs I wanna sing with you. I thought I was strong till I saw what you went through. The birth of my sons, and each time my mind was blown. And each time my mind was blown.
Lonely me nights with lots of money. Times I wish I had no money. How can I be sure you love me? It's not like you're betting your best years on me. Best years on me. Best years on me. Do I like living like this?
I knew he was going to do that. Burna Boy coming through. And it just was like a raspier kind of drop down delivery. And then I love right there. Da da da. And then he pushes, right? Like bring you in. And then push it out with the singing. But how old is Burna Boy? Best years on me, because you haven't had to invest. I feel like he's what, in his 30s now? So, hey, don't be so cynical. We still got a lot of good years ahead of us, all right? You don't have to meet a girl in her 20s. She doesn't have to invest her best years in that sense. I wonder if he's looking at it from that perspective, but I get what he's saying. Like, obviously, when you have a certain level of fame, when you have a certain level of wealth and attention, it's hard to see through the drama and the bullshit and the cloud chasers and the people who are truly there for you versus the ones who are there because of the aura, because of everything else that you bring.
Best years on me. Best years on me. Do I like living like this? Maybe I'm fine wasting my time. Beautiful lies washed down with wine. Maybe it's time I accept my own. Worry back on. Worry back on. I need no easy, because if true love coming today, then I'm coming. Maybe it's time I accept you. Longing for my baby to love me more. What am I longing for? I'm not really secure. What am I longing for? My baby to love me more. What am I longing for? I'm not really secure. When can we see each other again? Hey.
What am I longing for? I'm not really secure. What is sentiment? And I want to hear more songs like this. I want to hear more men speaking up and making songs like this, right? This isn't, hey, going to the club, sleeping with different women. This is trying to find something greater than, trying to find something more permanent, more lasting. And even he sings about drinking the wine and these nights going out, but then thinking about his pursuit and just being honest that if he had true love, he would go for it in a second. And maybe he needs to let his walls down in order to find that and accept it. And I love that introspection. It's such a mature theme and concept and topic. And both of these tracks that we've had from J. Cole that he's essentially dedicating, talking about his wife, talking about his day one. I love the example that he's setting through his music. You know, like getting older, making just more mature, more thoughtful, more wisdom-filled music like this. Trying to find a wholesome picture, trying to be fulfilled with true love, with a longer form of love, not just instant gratification of one night stands. Dope concept, man. And again, the vulnerability, the authenticity of it all, especially to do it in hip hop, which can be machismo. It can be very, alpha male dominant in terms of how we speak and how we move, survival of the fittest. It's harder to open up about issues like this and to talk about it. Same with Burna Boy, man.
Hey, Pa, I've been checking you out from long distance, digging your existence. Can I offer my assistance? They say a dude is only as cool as his talk is, but I know that you real because your walk is. You got a beautiful smile, your heart's big as life, and it's full of gold, though you pay a heavy price. Nobody knows about the depression and the strife and the fight to stand strong against women who entice. They don't respect your call, they don't respect your wife. You're tired and you're weak and you could blow it all tonight. Cause everybody thinks that you're a man of steel, like you don't hurt and you don't feel. But they wrong. I swear I've watched you keep yourself far from the drama, taking many hits to your armor. I've seen you walk miles with the crowd, but alone you walked farther. Now walk into the arms of your father and let him build you up and supply everything you've been needing. I'm here watching and I'm in a seat and you gon' make it pop.
Man. What a beautiful spoken word sentiment at the end. And I feel like J. Cole can really relate to that and feel like those words are being spoken to him. you know, having that temptation surrounding you, wanting to stay away from the drama, feeling like though it tears down your credibility, it tears down who you are. You take your dents, you take your bruises, but trying to move correctly. And it's very difficult, especially when you have a huge target on your back, especially when you have the world at your palms and you have women who will just say yes and they don't care that you have a wife. And what a sentiment of just, you know, again, it's okay to be vulnerable as a man. It's okay to have weakness. Everybody expects us to be men of steel, and she even touches upon it there. But there's a beautiful affirmation and there's a beautiful strength within that weakness that's being found in this song and being found within that outro.
Drama, taking many hits to your armor. I've seen you walk miles with the crowd, but alone you walked farther. Now walking.
I've seen you walk miles with the crowd, but alone you walk farther. That's so true. It's finding our own sanctuary, our own inner peace, right? Because yeah, we can move with the fans, we can move with the fame, we can move with the likes and the attention, but that's never truly going to carry who you are inside, right? You have to find a way to fulfill that movement within yourself.
Into the arms of your father.
This is dope.
And let him build you up and supply everything you've been needing. I'm here watching, and I'm interceding. You gonna make it pop.
Wow. I'll tell you what, this second disc, we're getting really deep on this side of things. It's a very driving bass on this.
Never could have made it without you.
Is that Marvin? That's Marvin. Yeah. Never could have made it without you. Self-titled.
A whole lot of O's getting sold on the block. Don't go outside a lot. Ain't tryna get popped. 12 bustin' in while we scraping out the pot. We running out the spot. We running out the spot. Singing, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Somebody's getting knocked while our body's getting dropped. I used to have a little nine, nigga got a lot. I pray the Lord watch. I pray the Lord watch. Another year.
J. Cole is now Jenny from the block. I never thought I'd heard J-Lo on this. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Come on.
We running out the spot.
He flips it into the drug scheme. That's smooth.
Singing, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got.
Hey.
Somebody's getting knocked while our body's getting dropped.
Yeah.
I used to have a little nine, nigga got a lot. I pray the Lord watch. I pray the Lord watch. Another year goes by, another nigga slayed at the West Indian Day Parade when perpetrators sprayed. You got the nerve to ask why I stay in the house more. Get paid for going in, the fuck I'm going out for. When niggas stretching shit like a new school power.
I got pause and I can't even let it run after that. That's a bar and a half right there, man. Just the whole setup leading into it, talking about the violence, talking about why he doesn't go out. And then why would I go out when I literally get paid for going in? Because he's indoors, inside versus going in on beats and on tracks like this. Come on.
Parade when perpetrators sprayed. You got the nerve to ask why I stay in the house more. Get paid for going in, the fuck I'm going out for. When niggas stretching shit like a new school power for Nas range. But when these boys are shooting, niggas start breathing strange. Heartbeat is faint, now it's Auf Wiedersehen. I'm not German, but the wheels currently turning on my mama's automobile. Certainly are. While y'all prefer to be hard, memories of my dog's wake is hurting me, y'all. The windows to his soul closed, saw his curtains be drawn. Innocent as a child, but weren't we all? Before the holes and the smoke that arose from the black and mild cigarillos. Triggers lift the biggest fellows. Put 7 on his torso and turned them into mellow. But no mid-range ISO back to the basket. The streets raised, I'm a bastard wrapped in a casket. Best beware, don't you dare go laugh at the tragic passing of somebody's son by somebody's gun. Give a fuck if you ops when dissing the dead. The karma tends to come at you hot, I promise you. Pray for forgiveness, the Lord's wrath can astonish you. I'd rather admonish you on this record than impressed with perceptions of a designer shoe. Fuck Gucci, fuck Louis, fuck Chanel, fuck Balenciaga, how we gon' excel? Soon as niggas make it out, they turn out Hollywood as hell. I knew Buddy caught that body, but hell, I probably shouldn't tell. Or else
I think J. Cole has always been conscious with his music as a rapper when we title it conscious rap. But J. Cole is really, really leaning into the conscious rap throughout this album. And this disc too, yeah, it's getting deep, man. I'm loving the cuts.
Curtains be currently turned before not going. Another year, running out the spot.
And again, like, it's not like there's a ton of these cuts that are like banging, bounce, dark energy type of hits that really get your head nodding, that just have that gritty bass, right? It's not written to be like single after single after single. These are more slowed down, mellowed out, marinated tracks, soulful samples, gospel samples, Cole singing, Cole getting melodic. But yet again, I think another great example of a verse where Cole absolutely cooks his verse. Cole's rapping again.
I pray the Lord watch.
What more do you want, people? What more do you want?
Power for Nas rearrange. Spray. You got the nerve to ask why I stay in the house more. Get paid for going in. The fuck I'm going out for? When niggas stretching shit like a new school power forward. Nas rearrange. But when these
Nas Reed, right? New school power forward. Because the new school power forwards in the NBA, they got range like Nas, man. Nas can hit the three and stretch it out, right? Can stretch a defense out. They got to go out to the perimeter to cover him. Versus obviously getting stretched out in a casket 6 feet deep.
when niggas stretching shit like a new school power.
They're stretching out the guns. They're pulling it out, right? They're getting the extended clips, stretching it out.
Nas rearrange. But when these boys are shooting, niggas start breathing strange. Hard.
Start shooting like a basketball scheme versus when they start literally shooting.
Beat is faint, now it's Auf Wiedersehen. I'm not German, but the wheels currently turning on my mama's automobile. Certainly are.
That's a little bit of a layered bar, right? Because Cole has been clowned in the past because he was born on a military base in Germany. People saying, oh, Cole's German. No, Cole is American, right? But I love how he takes that and he flips it into a bar here.
I'm not German, but the wheels currently turning on my mama's.
I'm not German, but the wheels currently turning on mama's automobile, right? That's got to be German make right there. Like a BMW, something nice. Something nice she's whipping in.
Auf Wiedersehen.
It's just a nice lean out of speaking German. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, because you got shot, right? Versus I'm not German versus the German whip flip.
I'm not German, but the wheels currently turning on my mama's automobile. Certainly are. While y'all prefer to be hard, memories of my dog's wake is hurting me, y'all. The windows to his soul closed, saw his curtains be drawn. And it's
the windows to his soul closed. The eyes are the windows to the soul.
sent as a child, but where were we all before the holes and the smoke that arose from the black and mild cigarillos? Triggers lift the biggest fellows. Put 7 on his torso and turned them into mellow. But
Put 7 on his torso, right? The gun bar versus Carmelo Anthony wearing 7. I love Carmelo Anthony. Why? From Be More, baby. Come on, gotta support the hometown team.
triggers lift the biggest fellows. Put 7 on his torso and turned them into mellow.
Because his number is 7 on his torso. That's a flip, man.
But no mid-range ISO back to the basket. The streets.
But no mid-range. Like Carmelo going mid-range. He's ISOing right now. Give me the ball, right? Space out the court. I'm going ISO, backing up to the basket. Cole is also saying they're getting back to the basket, back to the money. Versus like you get stretched out, you could get laid out in a basket, aka a casket.
Turned them into mellow. But no mid-range ISO back to the basket. The streets raised them a bastard wrapped in a casket. Best.
The streets raised him a bastard, right? Being a bastard versus like the literal meaning of a bastard being fatherless. I feel like there's a flip on that. They raised him to be demonic, be like a bastard, versus he's literally a bastard because he didn't have guidance and the streets is what raised him.
Beware, don't you dare go laugh at the tragic passing of somebody's son by somebody's gun. Give a fuck if you ops when dissing the dead. The karma tends to come at you hot. I promise.
Facts, man, and we've seen it before. How many rappers have we seen pass and then maybe one of their ops, one of their rivals takes advantage of it? You see it in drill a lot, bragging about their death, bragging about their passing. Cole saying, careful with all this, right? Cole is definitely getting on his preacher box right now. Karma comes and finds us all. I truly believe you receive the energy that you put out into the world. Net effect.
Pray for forgiveness, the Lord's wrath can astonish you. I'd rather admonish you on this record than impress with perceptions of a designer shoe. Fuck Gucci, fuck Louis, fuck Chanel.
I'd rather admonish you than impress you bragging about Gucci, bragging about luxury brands. This is a materialistic verses that you're getting from me. This is wisdom I'm dropping.
Fuck Balenciaga, how we gon' excel? Soon as niggas make it out, they turn out Hollywood as hell. I knew Buddy caught that body, but hell, I probably shouldn't tell. Or else
Or else I love how he leans into the lines of the hook right here.
Got a soft spot for the man up above. East side, west side, show me love. Niggas duck shots and some niggas catch slugs. North side, south side, show me love. A whole lot of O's getting sold on the block. Don't go outside a lot, ain't tryna get popped. 12 busting in while we scraping out the pot. We running out the spot. We running out the spot. Saying don't be fooled.
12 police busting in while we're scraping up the pot, so we got to dip.
By the rocks that I got. Somebody's
Again, it's all leaning into the Jenny from the block drug scheme.
getting knocked while our bodies getting dropped. I used to have a little now, nigga got a lot. I pray the Lord watch. I pray the Lord watch. Someone that's close to me is facing time. My mind's racing for some way to find. Hope that he may be fine. He got a son the same age as mine. I can't imagine spending days in a cage, not raising mine. These are the years with our kids where we strengthen bonds. I paid his bond, but the trial's coming. Your rain or shine, I know his child love him, but he's too young to understand it if the outcome is incarceration. The charges facing, bring the positive.
Child loving, if the outcome is like the way he flips outcome to make it fit into his rhyme scheme. I've talked about how Cole is just a word bender with the patterns and the syllables.
To understand it if the outcome is incarceration. The charges facing, bring the possibility of long vacations and complications with his baby mom. She daily crying, saying her heart is vacant. He trying to make it work, he wanna fake it for the sake of family, but she keep throwing old shit right in his face apparently, reminding him about how he tried to make her take a plan B and abort the seed, threatening him with child support so that the court concedes and garnish wages. And all this was before he caught this case that's brought the latest pile of stress to add the artist mess. It's hard to face it, his thoughts deflated. Somewhere along the way he lost his faith, but now he reads the Bible hoping God will see him contemplative.
Dope storytelling from Cole again, and talking about lessons learned from one of his homies going through it. And I love the wordplay playing off of like bond, like Cole's paying for his bond from jail, and then while he's thinking about having his kid in fatherhood and the bond that he has that he might miss out because he's facing time, and then he's got his baby mama acting up, right, threatening him, threatening his wages because he's not paying child support, going off of this before he's even facing time. So when he goes away and he has no control over the situation, yeah, that's just gonna elevate stress levels, completely take it to another level, man.
It's hard to face.
But again, I love how he can just put his psychology into someone else's psychology and just tell it from their perspective and tell how they're feeling and what they see. Again, Cole is a very good storyteller.
All this was before he caught this case that's brought the latest pile of stress to add the artist mess. It's hard to face it, his thoughts deflated. Somewhere along the way he lost his faith, but now he reads the Bible hoping God will see him contemplative.
And I love how he takes like those final lines. He lost his faith, but now he reads the Bible every day, contemplative. Because again, it just brings it back around to the main theme of this song in the hook right here.
The way he lost his faith, but now he reads the Bible.
So even though we kind of go on this storytelling side quest, there's a connection to it. There's a connection to keeping faith. There's a connection again. It just feels like Cole is really going gospel on us, and it's fitting that we're sampling gospel because he's trying to feed our souls with some of these messages.
We're hoping God will see him contemplative. He praying now, even threw some gospel on his playlist.
There it is, even threw some gospel on this playlist. Come on.
Tears fall to Marvin Sapp, never would have made it.
Hey, there it is. He shouts out his own sample, Marvin Sapp, baby.
East side, west side, show me love. Niggas duck shots and some niggas catch slugs. North side, south side, show me love. A whole lot of O's getting sold on the block. Don't go outside a lot, ain't tryna get popped. 12 busting in while we scraping out the pot. We running out the spot, we running out the spot. Singing, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got.
I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the Jenny from the block interpolation, but I do love these verses from Cole.
Somebody's getting knocked while our body's getting dropped. I used to have a little now, nigga got a lot. I pray the Lord watch, I pray the Lord watch for me.
I know we're sampling, but for me, if we're gonna clear the sample, I would love to just hear more of the fullness of those vocals because there's so much there in that range. It's just the way that it's mixed. It almost sounds like it's like an AI rip. You know what I mean? Just the way that it's been filtered, and it's almost like been very narrowed in terms of the width. So for me, I would love to hear Marvin singing and just it filled out. Right, and for us all to feel that passion. I feel like that's just like a little step missed with the production. I've noticed that a couple times when Cole is sampling, but again, maybe it's easier for the sample clearance. You're still getting it clear. You know what I mean? I can hear it in the headphones. Like it sounds like slightly distorted. And obviously it's a stylistic choice. And Cole's going with it because he wants to cake it into more of like make it a part of the beat and the instrumentation itself. But I feel like this is a great example where this is more like a freestanding on its own type of hook sound where, yeah, let's just mix it like we would with Cole's vocals. Beautiful strings behind it. Cole is really thinking about legacy. Cole is really thinking about the lessons that he wants to pass on. I mean, he is teaching on this album.
I never knew a lot like this. Gotta be something for me to write this.
Hey.
I never knew a love like this. Gotta be something for me to write this.
Hey, one thing I love about hip hop, always paying homage, the turntablism, the scratching in, the sample cut. It's been frequenced a little differently, but I still recognize Common's voice. Shout out to Chi-Town, man. Come on.
Love like this. Gotta be something for me to write this. Back when I was just a jit hanging on the strip, she's the girl that I would see in every nigga's whip. I was much too young to truly know what constitutes the difference between a girl next door and a prostitute. I heard some older brothers say they knew her from before. She lost the common sense when niggas brought her out on tour. She's all about the money now, they labeled her a whore. I heard what they were saying, but to me she seemed pure. Cause all I seen was beauty on her face when she would pass. I wanted to date her, but there was no way for me to ask. Cause I was just a youngin' and she's ripping and a running. But I knew when I get older that one day we meet at last. I went to college in New York cause I heard she was there. But when I got to town, I swear it's like she disappeared. I went to hit the tunnel where they said that she would hang. But when I got off the train, I saw that it'd been closed for years. I showed a picture to this kid like help me find her, yo. He looked and said, man, she just left a little while ago. I saw her with some luggage on the way to JFK. When I asked what she was doing, she said moving to the A. Moving to the A. Fuck.
Man.
I never knew a lot like this.
Cole, you know what you're doing. Oh, I love this concept. I love this concept. And there's a reason why he sampled Common. But he didn't sample the Common song that he plays off of the theme, right? So you essentially got two Common homages and cuts happening, right? This is I Used to Love Her. And in that, Common talks about a female. Personification of hip-hop. What's J. Cole doing? J. Cole in his storytelling bag, which is one of my favorite J. Cole MCing bags. Like the way that he structures his verse, it's very clever. Double writing. It's all about a female, all about a possible love interest. But really, it's about his love and his chasing for hip hop. Some dope bars too, man.
She's the girl that I would see in every nigga. Something for me to write this. Back when
And I love how Common was, I used to love her. Right? And Cole goes, I love her again. And that's very interesting to title it this way, considering this album is the fall off, like refining his love for hip hop right as he's about to separate and file the divorce papers.
I was just a jit hanging on the strip. She's the girl that I would see in every nigga's whip.
Hey.
I was much too young to truly know what constitutes the difference between a girl next door.
Even the boom, like the classic just nods right there with the ad-libs. I love this.
Niggas whip. I was much too young to truly know what constitutes the difference between a girl next door and a prostitute. I heard some older brothers say they knew her from before. She lost the common sense when niggas brought her out on tour.
That's one of my favorite bars so far. Lost her common sense when they took her out on tour. And I was too young. So this is me looking at hip hop, not knowing, like, is it the girl next door? Is she prostituting? Is she just doing it for the money? You know, where does the truth lie? And then the common sense bar is really dope, like having common sense versus she lost it. And then obviously common sense, because he's sampling Common. Common used to go by common sense. And then he dropped the sense and became Common. Jay-Z had a dope bar on that. I ain't been rhyming since common sense. That was on the Black album. Man, take me back to
Older
that.
brothers say they knew her from before. She lost the common sense when niggas brought her out on tour. She's all about the money now. They labeled her.
What a bar that is, man. That's a really clever, just double rhyming right there, and just setting that up for Common going on tour versus hip hop going on tour and all that.
She lost the common sense when niggas brought her out on tour. She's all about the money now. They labeled her a whore. I heard what they were saying, but to me she seemed pure. Cause all I see.
She seemed pure. The purity of hip hop, because everybody's going, well, once hip hop really hit a mainstream stage and you bring in the materialism, you bring in the profits and the capitalism, right? Then the scope of what was being talked about in hip hop, the scope of the artists who got put on, it all changed. Did hip hop sell out? I love the way J. Cole touches on this, man.
Now they labeled her a whore. I heard what they were saying, but to me she seemed pure. Cause all I seen was beauty on her face when she would pass. I wanted to date her, but there was no way for me to ask. Cause I was just a youngin' and she's ripping and a running. But I knew when I.
Cause I was just a youngin' and she's ripping and a running, just right there. A little nod again. It's an old school lingo, but like just that little flow, da, 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 when he just goes like in between and just pattern the schemes, man. This is a nice pocket.
There was no way for me to ask, cause I was just a youngin' and she's ripping and a running. But I knew when I get older that one day we meet at last. I went to college in New York cause I heard she was there. But when I got to town, I swear it's like she disappeared.
That's such a clever bar, again, for me. Like, because J. Cole going to New York, which he did do. He went to college up there. But also, I heard that she was there because why? New York, the mecca of hip-hop. And then he's got just a really clever flip a little bit later on in this verse when he talks about hip-hop and like just the heartbeat of hip-hop and like where all the trends and artists were coming from. It moved. It left NYC. Right? And there's people who still lament and want to bring New York back, but it went down to the A, it went down to the South, it went down to Atlanta. So dope.
In New York, cause I heard she was there. But when I got to town, I swear it's like she disappeared. I went to hit the tunnel where they said that she would hang. But when I got off the train, I saw that it been closed for years. I showed a picture to this kid, like, help me find her, yo. He looked and said, man, she just left a little while ago. I saw her with some luggage on the way to JFK.
She just left a little while ago. I love how he like just bends his cadence there and gets more conversational with the tone. Like again, for me, storytelling writing, and then you like insert like conversational tones and quotes, like just putting us there, right there as we follow J. Cole in his story. Really good setup.
They said, man, she just left a little while ago. I saw her with some luggage on the way to JFK. When I asked what she was doing, she said moving to the A.
Man, love that.
Moving to the A. Fuck. I got it.
I'ma get it.
I never knew
like
a
that.
la like this.
Hey.
Gotta be something for me to write this.
I never knew a love like this. Gotta be something for me to write this.
I never knew a love like this. And again, like just the way he sets that up, like pursuing a love interest versus having a love for hip hop.
Yeah, my heart was broken, dog. I wanted to be where she was at, but I was happy in a way. The South was on the map, but niggas in the barbershop ain't feel the same as me. They said shorty changed since she left the city. She got whacked. They wanted her back, but said it sounded like she was trapped. They hated the slang she used, the way her fingers snapped. It's funny how the tables turned. Several years later, these would be the same dudes that started saying shit was cap. But I was still in love with her. I couldn't hide that fact.
That's a flip.
I found her on the internet, kept up with her like that. I sent a lot of messages. She finally wrote me back when I dropped the mixtape. She said she liked the way I rap, and that was all I needed. Booked the flight and it was on. The first night I'm striking like some lightning in a storm. The more noise she made, it's like the better I perform. But it was more than sexual. We had a deeper bond. Love, she's why I put my truth into a song. For years we told each other everything that's going on. She said I gotta tell you, I done rocked a lot of fellas, but with you there's something special. I think you could be the one. Now when it comes to love, jealousy will often creep. Them type of games is why two of my homies started beef. To both of them she said, you're the best I ever had. And the whole time that bitch was saying that type of shit to me.
I never knew a la like this.
Shorty, you the best I ever had. Oh, the Drake and Kendrick scheme at the end. He addresses it again. He addresses the beef. And I love how he's in the middle of this storytelling track. And he's talking about hip-hop. And he has this personification of hip-hop. And then he applies it to his own events. And his, I tell you what, man.
Years later, these would be the same.
Oh, he went there again.
Dudes that started saying shit was cap.
Come on.
Ain't feel the same as me, but I was happy in the. Yeah. My heart.
It's funny, man. J. Cole fires some shots. He doesn't fire shots at Drake and Kendrick, but there are some shots fired at some of the movements and the way that he's viewing hip-hop. Interesting,
Was
man.
broken, dog. I wanted to be where she was at, but I was happy in the way the South was on the map.
Because obviously J. Cole, even though he went to NYC, he's still from North Carolina. He's still from the South. So obviously he's going to be happy that the South's getting put on.
Niggas in the barbershop ain't feel the same as me. They said shorty changed since she left the city. She got whacked. They wanted her back, but said it sounded like she was trapped. They hated the
What a bar that is. Sounded like she was trapped. Because obviously trap music coming out of ATL versus she was trapped. And people just wanted the old ways. They wanted the old boom bap. They wanted the old school hip hop. And we still have those conversations to this day.
since she left the city.
Really clever, just meta references for how people view hip hop and the state of hip hop and people's preferences to the music.
She got whacked. They wanted her back, but said it sounded like she was trapped. They hated the slang she used, the way her fingers snapped. It's funny how the tables turned several.
Right? Snap. Just again, like I love how the fingers, you hear the snap happen and then just talk about like the different tracks. Lean with it, snap, rock with it, and just all of that tying into just ATL songs. And then coming out of this too.
Years later, these would be the same dudes that started saying shit was cap. But I was still
Saying shit was cap, right? So they critiqued it, but then years later, everybody's using cap. Cap originated as ATL slang. So now they're using the lingo of Atlanta. So they want to critique the music. They want to critique the trap. They want to critique all of that. But they still want to pick up from it. They still want to use it for their own sauce.
turned several years later, these would be the same dudes that started saying shit was cap.
Man.
But I was still in love with her, I couldn't hide that fact. I found her on the internet, kept up with her like that. I sent a lot of messages, she finally wrote.
So clever, like hip hop then moving to the era of the internet and the age of the internet coming out of like the physical CDs. Now you could stream it, now you can listen to it online versus like trying to keep in touch with an ex who went far away, long distance to Atlanta.
Me back when I dropped the mixtape, she said she liked the way I rap. And that was all I needed, booked the flight and it was.
The mixtape days, the Dat Piff days, online on the internet. Come
When
on.
I dropped the mixtape, she said she liked the way I rap. And that was all I needed, booked the flight and it was on. The first night I'm striking like some lightning in a storm. The more noise she made, it's like the better I perform. But it was more than sexual, we had a deeper bond. Love,
Man.
she's why I put my truth into a song. For years we told each other.
It was more than sexual because he's had a lot of this like selling out, chasing the money, the prostitution schemes earlier. So for him, he's clarifying like it's not just a one night stand, like a one hit wonder. I'm in this for the long game. I'm in this for the true love and passion of it, right? It's not just a quick get the bag or a quick hit and done. Again, the double writing is very clever throughout
Had
this.
a deeper bond. Love, she's why I put my truth into a song. For years we told each other everything that's going on. She said, I gotta tell you, I done rocked a lot of fellas, but with you there's something special. I think you could be the one. Now when it comes
Rocked a lot of fellas. Obviously, a lot of MCs have come through, wanted to, you know, take on the torch, the mantle of hip hop.
I done rocked a lot of.
Rocked a lot of fellas as well. That feels like a little meta nod to Rockefeller Records where he signed to after dropping his mixtape. Come on, there's history here too.
Fellas, but with you there's something special. I think you could be the one. Now when it comes to love, jealousy will often creep. Them type of games is why two of my homies start to beef. To both of them she said, you're
Them type of games is why two of my homies started beef. That felt very, like you could say it's low key. Maybe he's talking about some of just his homies on the low, but I feel like that's a meta. I feel like that's the meta for Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And he talks about this on Port Antonio, seeing two of his homies beefing with each other and then being a part of that big three. And what was the reason that he felt goated? Because she was telling him as well that he's the greatest. This again is him putting his narrative on this situation, how he views it.
fellas, but with you there's something special. I think you could be the one. Now when it comes to love, jealousy will often creep.
I think you could be the one. Wanting to be the one. Because what essentially happened here? You had first-person shooter. You had Drake and J. Cole talking about the big three. But really it came down to Kendrick wanting to be the big one. F the big three, it's just big me. And then Drake stepping up going, no, I want to be the one. And that battle to be seen as number one. But also just being number one in a lady's life. Maybe she's dating a few different men, right? And you just want to be that one. So again, he's still staying within theme. He's still staying within just this passage of talking about a love interest. But he continues to play off the personification of hip hop and just related through the lens of the big three and how he saw the situation. Man.
Everything that's going on, she said, I gotta tell you, I done rocked a lot of fellas, but with you, there's something special. I think you could be the one. Now, when it comes to love, jealousy will often creep. Them type of games is why 2 of my homies started beef. To both of them, she said, you're the best I ever had. And the whole time that bitch was saying that type of shit to me.
And Drake, best I ever had. I sang that reference before. That's how he lets you know where that bar is going, right? Versus like hip hop saying, you're the best I ever had, wanting to be the best, wanting to be the one. Man.
Dad, you're the best I ever had, and the whole time that bitch was saying that type of shit to me. Like this.
J. Cole frames this almost like he got played. He got played and misled by hip hop.
Gotta be something for me to write this.
Gotta be something for me. I never knew what love like this. Gotta be something for me to write this. Yeah, I was naive to believe she was mine when I bagged her, cause I would come to learn that none of us could truly have her. She was for the streets, I'll never be her only man's. I couldn't believe it when I seen her with an OnlyFans. When I clicked the link inside the bio of her gram, I saw a version of her that I couldn't understand. Implants, surgically enhanced details, popping perks, mumbling while twerking BBL. I'm thinking it's the bitch that used to tell me be yourself. All of a sudden for the wealth, she's becoming someone else. That's when I realized as I started looking back, the older that she gets, the younger she be trying to act. In fact, I'm thinking that's gonna always be the case. As long as she's alive, it's younger niggas that she'll chase. But I was in my feelings, so I called her out her name. Like, bitch, you dead to me, and why the fuck you gon' change? She screamed, you got the nerve to say that I switched. You turned me from your main thing to your side, bitch. It seemed like every day you was blowing kisses to me. But years went past, now you don't even listen to me. At first I was defensive, bitch, listen how you sound. So many niggas fucked you, now your pussy's watered down. But the more I thought about her quote, she was right. Man. There was a time when she was on my phone day and night, singing songs to me that I heard a time or two. Some were kinda old and some were kinda new. But you'll see how it is getting older, raising kids. All that spending time and listening to her is hard to do. But yo, I need to stop judging and accept her. The problem from the start is I was just trying to possess her and have her for my own. Didn't wanna let her roam. Mama said you should've known she was like that when you met her. Like this.
Oh, I love the way that he brings this around full circle, right? Because like I said, it feels like there's some critiques, there's some shots, but then he finally has just like that light bulb moment and that realization on that last bar and that last line. Like great storytelling writing will do. It'll lead you, and then it just has like that final setup, that final punch, that final maneuver that you want to get to.
BBL,
come on.
Her only man. Yeah, I was naive to believe she was mine when I bagged her, cause I would come to learn that none of us could truly have her. She was for the streets, I'll never be her only man.
You know, she's for the streets. Playing off of that versus obviously hip hop being for the streets, coming out of the streets, giving a voice to the voiceless. Very, very dope double again.
I would come to learn that none of us could truly have her. She was for the streets, I'll never.
But also just talking about like hip hop getting right. Like I can't just take ownership. I can't just have hip hop to myself. This is meant to be shared. This is meant for the community.
But be her only man's. I couldn't believe it when I seen her with an OnlyFans. When I clicked the link inside the bio of her gram, I saw a version of her that I couldn't understand. Implants, surgically enhanced details.
Obviously, OnlyFans is clever because hip hop has many fans versus like he talks about the prostitution before. He talked about for the streets, like selling out. For the clicks, for the money, maybe the sexualization that you see within hip hop.
Version of her that I couldn't understand. Implants, surgically enhanced details.
Implants, surgically enhanced, because for him, I think that's a double. Talking about like some of the more sexualization of hip hop that you see in some of the videos nowadays that you see from artists, but also he could be saying like everything's surgically implanted. Nothing's natural, pure, organic anymore. Everything's all for image. Everything's all for clicks. So the music doesn't even feel authentic to him. It feels like it's all, you know, for the cameras. It's all for the external.
Version of her that I couldn't understand. Implants, surgically enhanced details.
Very clever setup here. Versus obviously a girl who's going through different changes, going through implants, getting BBLs.
Popping perks, mumbling.
BBL Drizzy.
While twerking BBL, I'm thinking it's the bitch that used to tell me be yourself. All of a sudden for the wealth, she's becoming someone else. That's when I realized.
Bitch told me be yourself. Why? Because what's one of the things that we are taught to value within rap and hip hop? Authenticity. Just be yourself. But really, so much is about image. So much is about spin. So much is about marketing nowadays because it's become so corporate. It's become controlled on a huge level of mass profits and just industry intervention.
They used to tell me be yourself. All of a sudden for the wealth,
and this struggle that he has with her is a similar struggle I feel like a lot of hip hop heads have. Like pining for the old days of hip hop, pining for the days when it was more raw and people said it was more sort of authentic. And like the boom bap and the love of it.
I'm thinking it's the bitch that used to tell me be yourself. All of a sudden for the wealth, she's becoming someone else. That's when I realized as I started looking back, the older that she gets, the younger she be trying to act. In fact, I'm thinking that
clever, the older that she gets. And you talk about ageism, and one of the things that I love to see is like Clips rising up, Nas still doing it. Like you had originally, because I feel like people hadn't aged with hip hop yet. Like artists were retiring as they got older, whereas in other genres, artists keep going into their 50s, 60s, 70s. So it's dope to see, but obviously he's got a little nod and tips to that because it's always about the younger generation, the next trends, the next artist coming up.
looking back, the older
And everybody's trying to look younger, right? That's why she's getting all this plastic surgery, all this done. She's trying to appeal to a younger audience.
that she gets, the younger she be trying to act. In fact, I'm thinking that's gonna always be the case. As long as she's alive, it's younger niggas that she'll chase. But I was in my feelings, so I called her out her name. Like, bitch, you dead to me, and why the fuck you going change? She screamed,
Hey.
You got the nerve to say that I switched. You turn
You dead to me, right? That's J. Cole talking about falling out of love with the art, falling out of love with the culture, falling out of love with the
me
rap.
from your main thing to your side, bitch. It seemed like every day you was blowing kisses to me. But years went past, now you don't even listen to me. At first I was defensive, bitch, listen how you sound. So many niggas fucked you, now your
Like saying, like, you don't listen to me anymore. You don't value what I have to say versus literally like putting on and listening to hip hop. And maybe because J. Cole fell out of love with it.
pussy's watered down. But the more I the bitch, listen how you sound. So many niggas fucked you, now your pussy's watered down.
And like so many people have come in and they fucked hip hop and they've taken advantage of it and they've left, right? So you can see how he's still painting this meta versus obviously a pussy getting watered down and the music itself getting watered down, like the sexual bar into watering down the music. Very clever wordplay here.
But the more I thought about her quote, she was right. There was a time when she was on my phone day and night,
Hey.
singing songs to me that I heard a time or two. Some were kinda old and some were kinda new. But you'll see how it is getting older, raising kids. All that spending time and listening to her is hard to do.
Somewhat kind of old, somewhat kind of new. And that's a nod because you do have like boom bap still. You have people bringing back the nostalgia vibes, the old school hip hop. You have new sounds as well. You have people who sample from older sounds. So some are kind of old, some are kind of new because J. Cole's just talking about his life, adulthood, you know, having a family, having kids, not having the same amount of time just to sit here and listen to music because he has other responsibilities. And also he's struggling with his, you know, refinding and rekindling that love and passion for hip hop.
See how it is getting older, raising kids. All that spending time and listening to her is hard to do. But yo, I need to stop judging and accept her. The problem from the start is I was just trying to possess her and have
Hey.
her for my own. Didn't want to let her roam. Mama said you should have known she was like that when you
I
met
never
her.
do but la.
Trying to possess her, she was gonna roam. You know, hip hop was always gonna change. It was gonna move from New York. It was gonna go to the A. It was gonna have its time on the West Coast because that's the beauty and the spirit of hip hop and that community. Hip hop is for everyone. And I think Cole finally comes to that realization. It's not just his interpretation of hip hop. It's not just his expectations, his wants, his values with it. Right? It's become so much greater than that. And that was the beauty of it originally. And it giving a voice to the voiceless and it being used for the community. And it's still a product of the communities. And it still can be seen as a vehicle to help those get out of poverty, to help those, for people who love it, for people who chase it. But it's not something, and I feel like this is a great sort of meta for how we listen and consume hip hop. And those of us who really, it's a comment on gatekeeping, isn't it? Because people always project their own expectations, their own wants, their own value systems on hip hop and project that onto others. When Cole is really stepping back and going, you know, there's not just one right way. There's not just one right answer here. And if you truly appreciate the roots and you appreciate how it came up, then you see that in the end. And that's that full circle moment. And that's bringing everything around so beautifully.
Like this.
She was kind of like that when I met her.
Gotta be something
I
for
guess
me
I just
to
couldn't
write
see her.
this.
Gotta love her for her.
I gotta love her for her.
Yeah. We reminisce on old times and play the latest trends. As
Hey.
long as she's alive, I know I'll always have a friend. Thank God.
Reminisce on old times, play the latest trends. You know, going back, people wanted the old days. That's
I
clever.
think I'm falling back in love with her
I
again.
never knew a lot like this.
like this, like this, like this, like this, like.
Gotta be something for me to write this.
Hey. What a track. And only fitting to end on Common, too. That, for me, that's a storytelling masterpiece from Cole. That shows you the true art of MCing. When you can stay on a theme the entire song, and you can sit there and just have every single bar and every single line double for the relationship, for chasing her, versus personifying it as hip-hop and then using it to just talk about the different states as he moves through the different eras of hip-hop and then breaking that wall for the meta for how we all listen and consume and relating it to his personal story and his relationship with the art form. That was beautiful, man. That was a master class in MCing.
It's for everybody out there that ever fell out with somebody you love. Famous motherfucker. Just to look back and be like, yeah.
Cold keys on this, man.
Damn. Yeah, you had to go like that. Yeah. What if? What if? What if? What if the bullshit never got in the way? You'll still be my nigga to this day. Saying what if? What if? What if? What if the bullshit never got in the way? I still have my nigga to this day. What's up, Pac? I heard that record that you did that just dropped. It's bubbling, got me wondering when the love stopped. Hit him up, I'm like, maybe I should write you before shit go left. The streets is a bit upset. You claiming that you fuck my bitch, but check. Instead of escalating at a time when niggas say big, let's decimate him. I'm telling him chill, cause although he violating in my heart, I could never hate him. I love you.
So we writing this from the perspective of Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace. All right, Cole, see where we go.
I hope it ain't too late to tell you when you got shot. I came to visit you at Bellevue, but you were sleeping. They let me peeking. I said a prayer by your bedside. Bandages covered the bleeding. I'm thinking, dog, I told you. Watch them niggas you close to. I know dudes, and they won't hesitate to smoke you if shit go left. While you was locked, I should've wrote you, but life happens. Promo, mad shows to do still. No excuse, I didn't do what I was supposed to. And maybe that's what provoked you to use your vocals to speak my name with a negative tone. As you stared at the walls of that cell on your own. Wonder how long it be before they let you come home and get your money. You maybe started looking at me funny. Perhaps you might have felt that I betrayed you or played you, or thought that I knew about that setup and could have saved you. And maybe that made you come out on some war shit. East Coast, West Coast, now media is trying to force it. Of course it's entertainment, but the world is full of ignoramus that view the rich and famous as either heroes or villains with no feelings. Not knowing most drama only leads to more killings. Well, fuck that, nigga, I'm hurt. I miss my dog, I ain't gotta hide. If I hurt you, I apologize. What if?
If I can turn back the hands of time.
Yo,
what if?
Turn back the hands of time.
A lot just happened. A lot just happened. But that final line, if I hurt you, I apologize. And thinking about J. Cole and his recent 7-minute drill, his apology to Kendrick. That's interesting. That I'm gonna come back to that. I think there's a purpose here. I think there's a purpose. Obviously, he's telling through the lens of Big, right? And we're going back to playing the what if game. And I love how he sets this up and frames this, because we all know what happened, right? Big and Pac were once friends, and then the wedge got driven by Puff, by the media, by the drama, and obviously Pac getting shot in NYC, and then Pac getting locked up and having questions, and people are telling Pac while he's locked up, yo, it was Big and Puff that put out the hit on you. And then Pac, once he gets released, goes back to LA, drops Hit 'Em Up, and we all know what happened from there. But I can't help but wonder if there's parallels here. J. Cole may be giving us a glimpse into his thought process of why he apologized and his version of the narrative, because he was thinking in the back of his mind about two legends who were once friends, like him and Kendrick once being friends. being celebrated in hip hop and just knowing where that drama and where that escalation eventually ended. And maybe that's why Cole thought, no, I'm going to seek peace, because look at what has happened in the past. And not only is he going to seek peace, now he's going to write about it from Big's perspective. If Big would have seeked peace with Pac and would have reconciled. Wow. Heavy. Interesting. Oh, this is going to get either a lot of love or it's going to get a lot of hate.
In a way, I still have my nigga to this day. What's up, Pac? I heard that record that you did that just dropped. It's bubbling, got me wondering when the...
It's bubbling, got me wondering, like right there. Like that's a Biggie type of flow. Like I can just hear the bassier Biggie voice on that right there.
What's up, Pac? I heard that record that you did that just dropped. It's bubbling, got me wondering when the love stopped. Hit him up, I'm like, maybe I should.
Hit him up, I'm like, maybe I should. But not in that sense. I love how J. Cole, because that just kind of exemplifies the meta theme of this verse here. Maybe I should write to him. Maybe I should talk to him. Versus Pac and his diss track, Hit Him Up, a Big.
Bubbling, got me wondering when the love stopped. Hit him up, I'm like, maybe I should write you before shit go left. The streets is a bit upset.
Nice little right to left scheme versus write you, WRITE, before shit go left.
You claiming that you fuck my bitch, but check, instead of escalating at a time when niggas say...
That's interesting because now he's referencing Pac lines. Pac saying that he fucked Biggie's bitch, right? But J. Cole is taking it on the chin, writing from the first person perspective of Big.
And that you fuck my bitch, but check, instead of escalating at a time when niggas say big, let's decimate him. I'm telling him chill, cause although he violating in my heart, I could never hate him. I love you, I hope it ain't too late to tell you. When you got shot, I came to visit you at Bellevue, but you were sleeping, they let me peeking. I said
this is an interesting, rewriting the story. Interesting twist on it all. Cause obviously Pac going in when he got shot in NYC, Biggie was upstairs. Puff was upstairs. Pac gets hit up downstairs. Pac then, after he gets locked up, like I said, people telling him, yo, who put the hit out on you. But for Pac, it makes sense because it's like, who knew where I was going? Who knew where I was going to be? And then that ultimately is what really just led to Pac going scorched earth once he got back to the West Coast and really just unleashing war on the East Coast, on Bad Boy, right? Not only on Big, on everyone.
Got shot, I came to visit you at Bellevue, but you were sleeping. They let me peeking. I said a prayer by your bedside. Bandages covered the bleeding.
I still can't forget Pac getting shot in that infamous image when he's got middle fingers up. But the story of after he got hit and then like a day afterwards, right? When he's supposed to still be in hospital, he checks himself out of hospital. He's like, I'm getting the hell out of New York. I am not safe here.
I'm thinking, dog, I told you, watch them niggas you close to. I know dudes, and they won't hesitate to smoke you if shit go left. While you was locked, I should've wrote you, but life happens. Promo, man.
That's it, while you was locked. Maybe that would have changed things. Maybe we could have reconciled.
Chose to do still, no excuse, I didn't do what I was supposed to. And maybe that's what provoked you to use your vocals to speak my name with a negative tone as you stared at the walls of that cell on your own. Wonder how
provoked you to use your vocals, like he's still kind of doing that just very accentuated big style flow in Pocket, man.
Long it be before they let you come home and get your money. You maybe started looking at me funny. Perhaps you might have felt that I betrayed you or played you or thought that I knew about that setup and could have saved you. And maybe
that's the setup he's referring to. I'm talking about him getting shot.
Made you come out on some war shit. East Coast, West Coast. Now media is trying to force it. Of course it's
East Coast, West Coast. Media is trying to force it. Of course it's entertainment,
but the world is full of ignoramus that view the rich and famous as either heroes or villains.
Isn't it funny how history repeats itself? Because you think about the Kendrick and Drake beef, you think about media, and look, I gotta hold my hand up too because people love drama, don't they? And I've covered it, and of course I'm gonna cover one of the biggest beefs in hip hop history. But if you think about the time of Pac and Big, you think about the coverage then. Right. And ultimately what it led to, I think so many people, hindsight is 2020, would go back and go, yeah, I should have covered that differently, or I would have done things different. Did we contribute to heightening those tensions? Did we contribute to heightening that beef and ultimately leading to the deaths of Pac and Big? Right. And you think about today, and I sincerely hope that with this Drake and Kendrick situation, that it doesn't end up in the death of either artist. Like that's the last thing I want to see. You want to see it kept on wax. But the reality is, as J. Cole points out here, it starts off for entertainment. It starts off for, people saying it's for the culture. It's for the back and forth. It's for the competition, the spirit. But you have plenty of examples in the past where it has leaked out of the booth. It has not just been kept on wax. And here's one of the greatest situations of that in losing two legends. Really, really interesting angle from Cole again.
East Coast, West Coast, now media is trying to force.
And him showing off his storytelling ability with his writing, right? We just broke down another great storytelling Cole track, but I love how he puts himself into Biggie's perspective, puts himself into his shoes.
Of course it's entertainment, but the world is full of ignoramus that view the rich and famous as either heroes or villains with no feelings, not knowing most drama only leads to more killings. Well, fuck that, nigga, I'm hurt. I miss my dog, I ain't gotta hide. If I hurt you, I apologize. What if
I miss my dog, because they were homies. And like, at the end of the day, even after Hit 'Em Up, you know, all the stories from Big was that Big still didn't want to like take it to wax. He didn't want to drop a full-on Tupac diss. I know we got the speculations with who shot you, but at the end of the day, it's not like Hit 'Em Up happened and then Big dropped his like fire response. He dropped his Meet the Grams Are Not Like Us. Like, he was still torn. He was still conflicted.
Turn back the hands of time.
What if?
Turn back the hands of time.
What if? What if the bullshit never got in the way? You'll still be my nigga to this day. I'm saying,
Man.
what if?
If I can turn
That's
back
haunting.
the hands of time.
What if?
Turn back the hands of time.
What if? What if the bullshit never got in the way? I still have my nigga to this day. Today was going to Vegas until I opened your letter. I cried through all of his pages, been trying to get it together. I'm coming out there and why? I gotta find you in person to look you dead in your eyes and let you know I've been hurting, been moving off pure adrenaline, never knowing for certain who's on my side and who's obliged for closing my curtains. So in the midst with clenched fists, I picked up the sword. I know there's money in violence, I know there's profit in war. Plus yeah, I felt that you left me to hang. I gave you game, rap for the bitches I said. Saw you switch up your lane, your content resembling mine, it brought you fame. I didn't complain, I cheered you on with no disdain. And at the same time, my destiny brought me pain. From kicking it with some venomous niggas, I know the same. Ones that you warn me about, I ain't listen. The trigger squeeze, my paranoia noticed you in the vicinity. So when
Such a Pac. Trigger squeeze, like just holding it out. That's a very Pac style delivery. Even the ad-libs, the doubles, sort of the aggression, the passion to it.
they sentenced me, lawyers milked me for every penny. All I had inside that cell was my memory. And plus the fear that while I'm gone, they forgetting me. How niggas shouting me out, but never visit me. And as the time crept, that mindset became a mission. You came to represent my opposition. So when I got out, I chose drama. Took the war route and went all out. Not care about the fallout. Suddenly now I got the mob out. Plus a whole side ready to ride. Now I gotta tell them stall out, cause tears fill in my eyes. Your letter helped me understand the power in love, the choice to be the bigger man. No shit got out of hand, I'll take the blame for it. For my mistakes I couldn't take, you getting slain for it. For falling victim to ego, vengeance and dollar signs. I wanna say from the heart, I apologize. What if?
If I can turn back the hands of time.
What if?
Turn back the hands of time.
What if?
Then he has Pac apologize. I wonder how the West Coast is going to feel about this one. But J. Cole setting up a big hypothetical here. But it's subtle, and I was referencing it there. I love how he has some of the Biggie vibes, the Biggie flow with his delivery. And here, you can hear him writing from Pac's perspective, which is some of those Pac ways of accentuating vowels, some of the Pac flows, the Pac passion.
What if?
Turn back the hands of time.
What if? What if the bullshit never got in the way? I still have my nigga to this day. Today was going to Vegas until I opened your letter. I cried through all of his pages, been trying to get it together.
I was going to Vegas until I opened your letter. That's haunting, man. He presents this like a letter. It's been written. And we all know Pac went to Vegas, and that's when he got shot the second time. And that's when he was killed through this shooting, right? The first time he survived the shooting. The first time he was shot in NYC. In Vegas, he did not survive.
Vegas until I opened your letter. I cried through all of his pages, been trying to get it together. I'm coming out there and why? I gotta find you in person to look you dead in your eyes.
I gotta find you in person to look. Like, you just hear the doubles. Like, he stacked the double layers. And for me, Pac too, one of the things that he did with his doubles, like sometimes certain words and certain layers, because they were so passionately delivered, like it wasn't an exact match of delivery style. Like some of the words to his doubles were just like a little off. Maybe they fell a little bit behind, and it just added like a different flavor. And Cole has done that here. Cole has done that here with the way that he's chosen to double and the way that he's chosen to ad-lib this verse here. That's dope.
Get it together. I'm coming out there and why? I gotta find you in person to look you dead in your eyes.
To look, the L's are late. Like two of the other tracks off to the sides are a little bit different than where the L hits and look on the main track. And that's just like, that's something that was always left. Like some engineers in the modern day, like they clean it up, they might line it up. Pac's engineers always kind of left that in. Just felt more raw, just felt more impassioned.
Let you know I've been hurting, been moving off pure adrenaline, never knowing for certain who's on my side and who's obliged for closing my curtains. So in the midst with clenched fists, I picked up the sword.
In the midst with clenched fists, I pick up the sword. I just love that little like going very percussion with the style of delivery and flow pocket there.
And who's obliged for closing my curtains. So in the midst with clenched fists, I picked up the sword. I know there's money and violence, I know there's profit in war. But see, I felt that you left me to hang. I gave you game, rap for the bitches, I said. Saw you switch up your lane.
I gave you game, right? Like I said, Pac was mentoring Big. Big looked up to Pac, right? Pac at the time, before Big really took off and started blowing up, Pac had more of the name then. And Big definitely learned game from Pac, picked up things from Pac, right? And they were united. And Pac liked Big. Pac really appreciated Big's music. Pac was looking out for Big. It's not like this East Coast, West Coast thing was happening at that time in terms of Pac and Big. No, it was later that the wedges started to get driven. It was later that the divide started to happen. And that's key, man. And I love how J. Cole just picks at that and wants to look at it from just a different lens and perspective. But also knowing Pac and just how rebellious, how devil may care he is, right? How gangsta he truly is. Yeah, I could see Big maybe getting to a point of apologizing just because knowing how Big didn't really want to diss Pac back, still didn't really want to go after Pac, but we all know Pac had no problem with hit him up. Like it feels like a little bit more of a reach trying to get Pac to apologize. But I understand what he's trying to do with it.
I gave you game, rap for the bitches, I said. Saw you switch up your lane. Your content resembling mine, it brought you fame. I didn't complain, I cheered you on with no disdain. And at the same time, my destiny brought me pain. From kicking it with some venomous niggas, I know the same.
Kicking it with some, like right there when he just speeds up the flow, very Pac thing to do, right? You could just be in this marinated pocket and then just one little point, just like speed through a couple of the sounds and then come back out of that gear.
Ones that you warn me about, I ain't listen. The trigger squeeze, my paranoia.
And right there, the trigger squeeze. Very Pac thing to do. He loved to hold out those E's, man.
Noticed you in the vicinity, so when they sentenced me, lawyers milked me for every penny. All I had inside that cell was my memory. And plus the fear that while I'm gone, they forgetting me. How niggas shouting me out, but never visit me. And as the time crept, that mindset became a mission. You came to represent my opposition. So when I got out, I chose drama.
When I got out, I chose drama. Remember how I talked about Pac getting out of jail and then going scorched earth? J. Cole touching on this right here.
War route and
love the way that he paints this, right?
Went all out, not care about the fallout. Suddenly now I got the mob out. Plus a whole side ready to ride. Now I gotta tell them stall out, cause tears filling my eyes.
Got the mob out like Suge Knight, man. I mean, Pac was riding with gangsters.
Plus a whole side ready to ride. Now I gotta tell them stall out, cause tears filling my eyes. Your letter help me understand.
Ambitions as a rider, ready to ride.
Ready to ride. Now I gotta tell them stall out, cause tears filling my eyes. Your letter help me understand. The power in love, the choice to be the bigger man. No shit got out.
The power in love, the choice to be the bigger man. I love how that falls just in between the harder percussive hits. And one thing I didn't know too is that sometimes boom, 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 just some of these higher tones and melodies like have a little bit of that West Coast vibe to it. Those like Dr. Dre sort of strings.
I'll take the blame for it. For my mistakes, I couldn't take you getting slain for it. For falling victim to ego, vengeance, and dollar signs. I want to say from the heart, I apologize. What if I can turn back the hell?
Ego, vengeance, and dollar signs. I apologize. Wow.
Dollar signs. I want to say from the heart, I apologize. What if
after he ends Big apologizing and then he ends Pac apologizing, I feel like there is that greater meta and connection to him and him also using this story to justify why he decided to move the way that he moves.
Turn back the hands of time. What if? Turn back the hands of time. What if?
And you know, what's interesting about this is, again, I can see the hate, I can see the critique he's going to get with this one, but I think one thing that every hip hop head, everyone who truly loves this art form, who loves this culture would agree on is hip hop would be in such a better place if Pac and Big were still here. And I think any of us would give anything to still have those greats and those legends here. And J. Cole just exuding that. Man, another great storytelling track.
What if the bullshit never got in the way? You'll still be my nigga to this day. I'm saying, what if?
If I can turn back the hands of time,
What if?
turn back the hands of time.
What if? What if the bullshit never got in the way? We'll still have them niggas to this day.
It's haunting.
What if? 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 What
What if, 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 oh yeah.
Boom. There it is. Those like just West Coast melodies there. Yeah. I thought they were string plucks, but they sound more like keys to me now. Oh, I love just that sharp cut, right? Not like a fade out, just like really we kind of vibe out with the music and then just cut it and then leave us all to process what we just heard and listened to. Man, what a concept. What a storytelling angle from Cole, just showing off the true art form of MCing. Rest in peace to Pac. Rest in peace to Big.
We need to change our ways, doing the same thing we did yesterday. Making beats, getting high, chasing freaks, feeling fine. It's still the same old shit, but I think we ain't gon' quit. Making a rhyme, climbing a hill, staying alive, trying to live. Once in a while,
Staying alive, trying to live. That's Devin the Dude. That's Devin the Dude, shout out.
staying alive, trying to live. Once in a while, I get in my head too much. Just trying to live. And that's when I call, hoping you'll pick up. That's all it is. The voice message.
I thought he was making like the phone call ringing sound. What I love though was that you had, again, I talk about depth to mixing, and I love the panning on this, right? Because he starts on one side with that phone call and then he kind of comes to the other, and it just makes you feel like he's in the room with you. But then also you had two different string tracks running, right? And two different quality mixes to the strings.
And that's when I call, hoping you'll pick up. That's all.
There's that vocal harmony stacking we talked about. And here's this string off to this side. Phone calls on the left. And then you get the strings on this side as well. Slightly different mix on both, just giving like a different depth and connection to it.
The voice message. Bruh, how the fuck you got so rich and yet you wear the same fits and pair of sneaks like every week? Cause I don't care to change shit. I'm like a creature of habit. Plus, what's the point burning bread when like a creek in your attic? I still be turning your head just to confirm if that dread-headed tall fella is cold. I try to walk with the hoodie, whether the weather is cold, whether the weather is warm. It's just to cover the form when doing.
Whether the weather is warm, nice little weather flip right there. But before that, again, Cole, even in his storytelling bag, yet again, the rhyme scheme's impeccable.
You wear the same fits and pair of sneakers. The voice message. Bruh, how the fuck you got so rich and yet you wear the same fits and pair of sneaks like every week? Cause I don't care to change shit. I'm like
a pair of sneaks every week. Care to change shit.
A creature of habit. Plus, what's the point burning bread when like a
creature, right? There's the sneaks, creech, weak.
Creek in your attic, I still be turning.
Creech, and then he takes it even further on the rhyme scheme. Creature of habit. Creaks in your attic, right? Burning the bread, turning your head.
Creature of habit. Plus, what's the point burning bread when like a creek in your attic, I still be turning your head.
That's
just
nice.
To confirm it.
And then that's a bar on top of that. Obviously, you hear a creak in your attic. What is that? We got monsters up there? Versus he's turning your head with what he's bringing.
Point burning.
Even when he's trying to keep it low key, wearing a hoodie, he's explaining why he always goes out. Low profile Cole. He doesn't want to get recognized, and yet he's still turning heads.
Red when like a creek in your attic, I still be turning your head just to confirm if that dread-headed tall fella is cold. I try to walk with the hoodie, whether the weather is cold, whether the weather is warm. It's just to cover the form. When doing regular things, try to repel getting swarmed. But yesterday I was driving, trap music album did blast. Took me back to a time when I was down in my last. Was rapping TIP rhymes, then I looked down at the dash. Oh shit, I'm tripping, reminiscing, damn near ran out of gas. I put into this little station that I had.
Again, the homage paid to the South. Shout out to Tip, baby. I need to bring some more T.I. to this channel, but he's not into T.I. trap music and then quoting T.I., playing it as he's storytelling. Love that.
Shit, I'm tripping, reminiscing, damn near ran out of gas. I put into this little station that I had seen on the Ave. And the
damn near ran out of gas. I put, before he gets to the S, like ending on gas, and that for me signals the gas running out. Ran out of gas. But he doesn't say it because he's almost run out of gas and then he pulls into the station. It's a dope way to deliver that just to accentuate the storytelling that he's doing.
Damn near ran out of gas. I put into this little station that I had seen on the Ave. In a peculiar hood and unfamiliar paths. I got no hoodie, it's bad. Hopped out and went to the pump. I pushed the 93 button, felt like a sitting little duck. While looking over my shoulder, I heard this dude on the corner sound like he talking to me. Hey bro, you smoke marijuana? I got that pack if you need. And I could smell the aroma. I told him, nah, I'm alright. I never once was a stoner. The tank was taking so long to fill up, I thought it was broke. Could feel the curiosity coming from buddy that spoke. Right then he started to approach. Hey bro, you look real familiar. I said, I get that a lot. As he got closer, it got clearer. Oh shit, that's cold, nigga. Wait, what you doing over this way? Bro, I was just 13 years old when I got hold of your tape. I tried to put niggas on, but they was slow to go play. Bro, you the GOAT, they didn't know then, but bet they know it today. I need a flip right quick, cause dog, I don't even know what to say. To make a dollar bill right now, I'm out here throwing bouquets, slinging flowers, but I play your arms and know it's a way. I played your shit when bro got hit, it helped me cope with the pain. I played your shit when mama tripped and I had nowhere to stay.
He's really in a rap bag too on this.
Where I feel like you was with me in my loneliest phase. The love he showed me was so strong, it damn near blow me away. See, even I be need reminders on my loneliest day that I should live in my purpose if I deliver my verses and get the fuck out my way. I figure out what to say. Some days I focus to eat, some days I focus to pray. I get a whole lot of love, some days I focus on hate. I took a selfie with dog and gave the longest embrace, then looked him right in his face to let him know that this thanks was from a genuine place. Cause this continuous race to be the best will leave you stepping at a strenuous pace till you forget who you is and you forget who you ain't. Before you know it, you're trapped inside that picture you paint. This life is more than just rap, more than the bitches you scrape, more than the riches you stack. See, it's the difference you make. Yeah, it's the difference you make. Yeah, it's the difference you make. Yeah, it's the difference you make.
Oh, love that little jazz off to the side. But for me, we talk about Cole's delivery, right? And the critique that I've addressed of like Cole having more of those laid back flows. You want the passion, it's here. And I love the choice to really have this passion, dramatic delivery from someone else's dialogue. Not just from Cole and just showing the passion of the fan, but also just the way it hits, because everything else is very low key. It's not like we have like a heavy percussion line running this, right?
Nowhere to stay. I swear I feel like you was with me in my loneliest phase. The love he showed.
It's very spaced out. Like the vocals sit right in the middle. All the instrumentation is like off to the side. There's like a width to it and more of an atmosphere, and it's all like softer instrumentation. Nothing's very harsh. Nothing's very like clip, like punching through, right? It's more of the acoustic sounds and everything happening. You're not getting like that thumping bass. You're not getting that heavier percussion hit running. So for me, Cole is doing that with his voice, right? He's giving you that edge. He's giving you that drive with his vocal presence on this. So it just sits nicely in the mix with everything else.
Stronger damn near blow me away. See, even I be need reminders on my loneliest day that I should live in my purpose if I deliver my verses and get.
Yeah, I mean, you got that little twang to the bass off to the side, but like there's nothing. He's just right out in the middle driving through all this.
Seen on the Ave in a peculiar hood and unfamiliar paths. I got no hoodie, it's bad. Hopped out and went to the pump. I pushed the 93 button, felt like a sitting little duck. While looking over my shoulder, I heard.
I love this storytelling from his perspective, because it starts and then the dynamic changes. Like, it starts because he talks about why he keeps a low profile and he's trying to keep low key, and then he gets recognized and you could just see him racing. Because also you got to think about the rest of this album when he talks about the violence in Fayetteville, when he talks about trying to stay safe. So there's that added element in having a target on his back. Then will we survive the let out when he's in the club and people are plotting on him, right? So Cole always looking out for, one, his safety. That's first and foremost. And then two, just like protecting his space, protecting his peace, even though he's trying to navigate fame, trying to navigate being known.
Heard this dude on the corner sound like he talking to me. Hey bro, you smoke marijuana? I got that pack if you need. And I could smell the aroma. I told him, nah, I'm alright. I never once was
Nah, I'm alright. Cole gave up smoking a long time ago and never touched it.
pack if you need. And I could smell the aroma. I told him, nah, I'm alright. I never once was a stoner. The tank was taking so long to fill up. I thought it was broke. Could feel the curiosity coming from buddy that spoke. Right then he started to approach.
Could feel the curiosity coming. I love the way that he paints that.
Hey bro, you look real familiar. I said I get that a lot. As he got closer, it got clearer. Oh shit, that's cold, nigga. Wait, what you doing over this way?
And this is where he starts to get more emphatic with the delivery as he's talking as him.
I was just 13 years old when I got hold of your tape. I tried to put niggas
Cole, wait, hold of your tape.
on, but they was slow to go play.
Slow to go play. Again, he's got this nice multi-scheme he's running too with the rhymes.
You the GOAT, they didn't know then, but bet they know it today.
GOAT didn't know then, but bet they know it today.
I need a flip right quick, cause dog, I don't even know what to say to make
Know what to say. Again, it's a 4-syllable pattern. He keeps punching and then he dots the internals in it.
a dollar bill right now. I'm out here throwing bouquets, slinging flowers, but I play your arms and know it's a way.
Slinging flowers, he's slinging drugs. Versus, obviously, he's kind of giving Cole his flowers right now on this.
I played your shit when bro got hit, it helped me cope with the pain. I played your shit when mama tripped and I
Played your shit when broke, it helped me cope with the pain. Literally being poor and broke versus feeling broken inside and just helping. And what a great story that Cole is flipping of just a simple interaction. And for me, I think that's what great storytellers do. They can just, they can find the art in little moments, in little interactions like this. Just having this simple moment, but then thinking about the deeper impact and the deeper meanings of said moment.
I played your shit when bro got hit, it helped me cope with the pain. I played your shit when mama tripped and I had nowhere to stay. I swear I feel like you was with me in my loneliest phase.
Man.
The love he showed me was so strong it damn near blow me away. See, even I be needing reminders on my loneliest day.
And then this is Cole speaking. The love blow me away. And you know what's really funny about this is I actually just had a similar story to this. And I'm nowhere near Cole's level, right? And I go out, I like to keep a low profile. I like to not get recognized. And it does happen on occasion to me. I'm nowhere near Cole's level. So let's not get this twisted or let that ego slide into things. But anyways, I was going out and I was just going to McDonald's and I'm just stood there. And you know when you see eyes on you, and this dude was next to me. And then I turn and I look at him and I think, is this man about to ask me for money? Like, you know when you feel like somebody's getting ready to hit you up, like, excuse me, sir, you got any spare change or something? And I just felt that way. And I kind of looked at him. And honestly, I can't imagine what he saw the way I probably looked at him. Because I was glaring at first. And then he was like, kind of shy. And he goes, excuse me, are you Knox Hill? And I didn't even hesitate. I was like, yeah, I'm Knox Hill. He's like, oh my God, I'm a huge fan. And then he went on telling me about how much he watches me and, you know, sharing his story. And for me, it just clicked. And I had that moment when I went from walls up, guard up to going, hang on, this is actually a really dope moment. And this is a really cool, just human moment. And being able to connect with someone who watches me, who really supports me, who, you know, looks up to me in my videos and what I do. And this is what Cole is doing right here. And at the end of the day, why do we make our music as artists? Why do we make the videos that we make? You know, we're trying to positively affect people's lives. We want people to get emotional with it. We want people to connect with it. We want people to feel it. So then when real life examples of it happens, you know, sometimes you have to zoom out and you have to be grateful for that platform and that opportunity. And I just love this humility that Cole's showing. And I love for him taking a simple moment and pondering on the greater meanings of what it means to him.
I should live in my purpose if I deliver my verses and get the fuck out my way. I figure out what to say. Some days I focus to eat, some days I focus to pray. I get a whole lot of love, some days I focus on hate.
I do it too, man. That's a great introspective line. I get a whole lot of love, but then you focus on hate. And I think that's just human nature, right? You could have like 100 positive comments. Then there's just that one. There's just that one negative comment, and it just sits at the back of your mind, and it just worms its way in, and those roots spread, and it just affects you and your mental.
Took a selfie with dog and gave the longest embrace. Then look him.
But it's moments like this, and I say it too, like when you have that real moment with someone, like playing a show and then hearing stories at shows, and like that's the shit that fuels me. That's the shit that keeps me grounded. That reminds me, fuck all this hate, fuck all of that. That's not why I do it anyways. You know, these real people whose lives I am affecting positively, there is nothing else more important than that. You gotta appreciate it.
Right in his face to let him know that this thanks was from a genuine place. Cause this continuous race to be the best will leave you stepping at a strenuous pace. Till you forget who you is and you forget who you ain't.
Facts.
Before you know it, you're trapped inside.
Where you forget who you is and you forget who you ain't. That's a great line.
That picture you paint, this life is more than just rap, more than the bitches you scrape, more than the riches you stack. See, it's the difference you make. Yeah, it's the difference you make. Yeah, it's the difference you make. Yeah.
It's a great line. You know, it's more than all these material things. It's more than all this fame and lifestyle. It's the difference that you make. I've said this about this too. This is such a deep album. And this is really getting into more of the meaning, right? And giving you more of that conscious cold.
We need to change our ways, doing the same thing we did yesterday. Making beats, getting high, chasing freaks, feeling fine. It's still the same old shit, but I think we ain't gon' quit. Making a run, climbing a hill, staying alive, trying to live. Just trying to live. That's all.
Ooh. I just love how those strings sat, and then he just had that little bass underneath of that, just kind of driving it when he starts to harmonize and space it out. And what a concept. What a concept, man. Like, I love the concepts throughout this album. Like, just the creativity shown and just the thought that Cole has been putting into his pen.
Love put me on the corner. Love put me in the street. Love put me on the corner. Love put me in the street.
Interesting sentiment, isn't it? Love put me on the corner. Love put me on the street. Love kicked me to the curb. Where does love get you? But it's so beautifully sung. And again, though, it's got that unique kind of frequency to the mix. Just the way that it sits, the way that it's been engineered. Now, I've talked about this with some of these other sample cuts before. I almost want it to sit like more full in the mix. Sure, obviously, if it's a sample, if it's going to be cut, like, yeah, there's all kinds of different things you can do in terms of how you want to filter past it, how you want to frequency it. But yeah, it's all, again, it's almost got like that AI feature to it.
Love put me in the street.
What I rep to the death is where my steps were first taken. At that same time, my minds felt the earth shaking.
Where I rep to the death is where my steps were first taken. He's talking about the Ville, baby. He's talking about his home. That's where I first stepped. I feel that. I love that. I love that. It doesn't matter how big and successful Cole has gotten. And even though he left to go get signed, like, he still puts on for his hometown. And I feel very much the same way. And I feel so just passionate about PG. So passionate about the DMV. So passionate about my community. Because that's the beauty of hip hop. It connects your community. It gives a voice to that community.
My steps were first taken. At that same time, my minds felt the earth shaking under her. Her youngest son was a baby Godzilla, raised amongst the days and the crazy-eyed killers.
Nice.
The VILLE, some of them
Crazy Godzilla, baby eye killers. Nice rhyme scheme.
sell cars, some of them sell weed, some of them sell pills, some of them sell keys, some of them sell grills, some of them sell studio time so that you can go rhyme, using your mind to dream bigger than most do. Well, listen close, the perfect nigga to coach you is on the mic to ignite the Ville's first in flight. I'm a right brother, the hardest nigga on the mic got a white mother. She picked a hell of a spot from the bottom. One day her son was finna dwell at the top. Yeah, I've been all around the world, but I never forgot the fucking Ville. The motherfucking Ville.
I love the Wright brothers bar, because the Wright brothers, right? Discovering flight, being from North Carolina. J. Cole, shouting out NC, taking flight on the microphone.
At the Ville, the motherfucking Ville, the Ville, the motherfucking Ville. I said the Ville, the motherfucking Ville. F-A-Y-E-T-T-E-V.
Also, he had the M-U-L-A-T-T-O lines as well earlier. And I feel like, again, like acknowledging the white mother, acknowledging his mixed race identity, but still, like, I had a white mother, but look at where I grew up. And look at what raised me. And look at what I learned.
I said the Ville, the motherfucking Ville. F-A-Y-E.
It's just addressing those identity politics again, like the identity issue of him being mixed race. And again, taking ownership of his narrative and spinning it in his way.
T-T-E-V-I-double-L-E. F-A-Y-E-T-T-E-V-I-double-L-E. F-A-Y-E-T-T-E-V-I-double-L-E. F-A-Y-E-T-T-E-V-I. The best ciphers was football games or at the skating rink, wherever all the neighborhoods came. A lot of niggas carry razors and be hanging with gangs. But when I started rapping, I wasn't afraid of them things. I started killing niggas one by one. The crowd was getting bigger. When I got done, they said youngin' is a problem. But yet and still, we in an unknown city where no record deals had ever filled somebody's pockets. That's when I clocked it. If they won't come to me, I go to them and make a profit. I took it up top. Now can you visualize the optics? The only southern nigga that New York ever adopted. Queens nigga with the honorary doctorate. But still the veil remains in my veins. I came to do what I claim I do, to attain what was ordained unattainable for a nigga from the Ville.
He had a slow flow here, but he had a very percussive pattern on this flow switch. This was such a nice scheme.
Ever adopted a Queens nigga with the honorary doctorate, but still the veil remains in my veins. I came to do.
Still the veil remains in my veins. I came to do
what I claim I do, to attain what
I sit back with this pack of zigzags and this weed that gives me the shit needed to be the most heated. Right? On every third, you just punch it in. That's that Eminem. Right? The way I am flow.
The veil remains in my veins. I came to do.
And before this, he had a dope bar.
Me, I go to them and make a profit. I took it up top. Now can you visualize the optics? The only southern nigga that New York ever adopted. Queens nigga with the honorary doctorate. But
Queens with an honorary doctorate because he went to St. John's. St. John's is located in Queens. Also, the man who penned Let Nas Down. I think he liked going into Queens and experiencing that borough. But shout out to Queens, man. So he got an honorary doctorate within hip hop, right? He's being educated within hip hop, but also he's being honored. He's being adopted by NYC versus literally studying and getting his degree in Queens and his doctorate.
Veil remains in my veins. I came to do what I claim I do, to attain what was ordained unattainable for a nigga from the Ville.
And this is a very come up story type of track. You know, Cole rapping at football games. You know, rapping when he gets a chance when there's a crowd. It reminds me like rapping, doing freestyle battles in the lunchroom, right? We used to put a hat down. People would put money in the hat, and then you'd all go around. And whoever won, whoever the crowd voted, would take the hat and the money at the end of it. Or even like on the way to basketball games, like on the school bus, man. On the bus, we would have just some great battles and just, yeah, hone in your skills. Just paint that picture of a young Cole.
The motherfucking Ville, the Ville, the motherfucking Ville. I said the Ville, the motherfucking Ville, from the Ville. The motherfucking Ville. F-A-Y-E-T-T-E-V-I-double-L-E. 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 F-A-Y-E-T-T-E-V-I. Now this tale was composed for those who arose within this little area code on the globe. Like the rose that grows from out the concrete abode. You gotta just go no matter the goal.
The rose that grew from the concrete, the famous Tupac poem. It's been referenced so much in hip hop. Cole paying homage here.
Rose from out the concrete abode. You gotta just go no matter the goal. You're from a beautiful but not reputable place. You seen your fair share of funeral dates, but smiles far out.
What a great line. You're from a beautiful, because I love my home. It's beautiful, but To outsiders, to other people,
Not reputable.
it's not reputable.
Place. You seen your fair share of funeral dates, but smiles far outweigh
Nice.
the tears. Embrace the hurt, don't downplay your fears.
Embrace the hurt, don't downplay your fears. Like, he gets very staccato there. Again, a nice flow switch. He's finding some really dope pockets for such a slow, marinated flow and delivery.
It may take years, just keep your eyes on the road as you steer. Keep all negative peers in your rear view mirror. Cause most niggas is scared, they wanna be safe. And they gon' try to tear you down because you wanna be great. In order for there
Right.
to be love, there's gonna be hate. Remember, this life ain't guaranteed. Talk to the mic for your therapy.
Hey.
Aim for the top, you'll be there with me. From the veil, the motherfucking veil.
Guarantee, therapy. He really chops that out to make sure that rhyme scheme hits.
The veil, the motherfucking veil. From the veil.
Man's preaching to us. And again, like, I love how he told his come up story here, but then also he's passing on his knowledge. He's passing on his advice to others who have a dream, others who want to make it in rap.
The motherfucking veil.
You got to be ready for it because the hate comes. I'll tell you, the hate comes 100 miles an hour, man.
The veil, the motherfucking veil. FAYETTEVI double LE. FAYETTEVI double LE. FAYETTEVI double LE. FAYETTEVI.
Love put me on the corner. Love put me in the street. Love put me on the corner. Love put me in the street.
I know it's called the Fall Off album, but there's been a lot of moments of self-reflection and almost telling his come-up story. And I think it's very fitting because as he starts to reflect on his past, he starts to reflect on his legacy. And obviously Dis 2 being a different time period now, revisiting the Ville. I find the older that I get, whenever, you know, I'm in the places where I grew up, I'm in the places that I used to haunt, like, you are led to reflect. You are led to look back. And I feel like this is Cole, just driving down the road, just looking in that rearview mirror, thinking about what's ahead, but also thinking about what he came from too. This reflective guitar again.
On a grassy knoll with the rifle in hand, Cupid cleans his little scope and calmly aims at a man. He had no plans of falling, dreams of balling, glorified car girls calling, numb the strength of loves, endorphins, lust and golfing. Yeah, I'm lost in here.
Lost and dirty, yeah. It's almost like he's like falling into the words, right? It's like water falling. But what in the Lee Harvey Oswald is going on here, right? From the grassy knoll, the rifle scope. Are we killing JFK again?
With the rifle
Or are we not? It's all a conspiracy, right?
on a grassy knoll with the rifle in hand, Cupid cleans his little scope and calmly aims.
But you know, like Cupid firing his arrow and hitting someone in the chest, right? For love. It's an interesting dynamic that he takes a moment, a popular, you know, political moment, a popular moment in U.S. history that is marked by violence. But then he also has this double meaning and duality of Cupid with love and firing an arrow, but there's something tragic about it too.
At a man, he had no
And he's not firing arrows, he's got his scope. Cupid he's upgraded. He's upgraded his artillery.
scope and calmly aims at a man. He had no plans of falling, dreams of balling, glorified car girls calling.
And that's a clever line, plans of falling, because getting shot and falling down versus like falling in love, falling for things for this life. And for me, it could be a double for the love and symbolic of love of music, love of hip hop, and of the fame.
Dreams of balling, glorified car girls calling, numb the strength of loves, endorphins, lust and golfing. Yeah, I'm lost in here. But
I found my way, I swear. Through all the fog I stare. Dropped off this cross I bear. Chopped off my head and tossed it back there somewhere. Now I'm headed home, my dear. And I brought a poem to share. And here's what it said. Love is a candle it can rain. After the storm we're still aflame. Oh, love has been called a losing game. But the more that I love, the more I gain.
What a sentiment. It's almost like a car going past or a ship taking off. Like he's flying away, I picture it as. But, you know, we get more spacey, we get more atmospheric, we get more experimental here with the production. And an interesting dynamic choice. Instead of like rapping to end it, and that's the final note that he wants to leave the listener with, he goes into the singing pocket. He goes into the more sentimental, the more symbolic patterns of poetry.
What is said. Now I'm headed home, my dear. Up there and chopped off my head and tossed it back there somewhere.
He dropped his cross off. So he dropped off his burdens and then he chopped off his head. And for me, like, he's listening to his heart. I take that as the logic of the head versus the emotions of the heart, and listening to your love and your passion, and like taking rid of the head and the ego and the pride and that identity and leaving it. And he also talked about, you know, previously on this album, like killing himself, killing his old self, and shedding that skin and finding a way to truly grow in his spirit, in his soul. And I think for me, like within this verse, there's that encapsulation of the journey of this album, right? Of him coming up, of him struggling with lust, of him struggling with the fame after he made it, struggling with the identity, but then realizing what truly matters and maturing. And that maturation, I think, is what really comes to light in this song and within this album. And finding true long-term love, you know, valuing things that he really truly does want to value and that he feels are more wholesome and more right for his soul.
Back there somewhere. Now I'm headed home, my dear. And I'm
heading home, my dear.
A poem to share.
Returning to Fayetteville, which has been the theme throughout this album too.
And here's what it said. Love is a candle it can rain. After the storm we're still aflame.
And that symbolism, I love that. And as it starts to crescendo here, it feels like the storm is coming. But through the trials and tribulations, the ups and the downs, that's the true measure, you know, of a strong bond, of a true relationship, that you're still together, that you still have that flame. And that for me can go two ways. It can cut for his day one, for his wife, but it can also cut for his love of rap. And he talks about falling out of love with it and having to find it again with this fall off. And this for me is his relationship with hip hop, with rap.
Love has been called a losing game, but the more that I love, the more I gain.
He's going for it there, singing again. So much happening with just the different instrumentations and sounds hitting at different depths. You don't listen to this, close your eyes and hear this and go, this is a rap record. And I love that from Cole. I almost hear like the wind blowing here. Wow. And that ends our journey. What an album. What an album it's been. I think the difficulty when you press a double album is that you're throwing a lot of songs out there. And music is subjective. And I understand that once you put 24 songs out there, it's really hard to get all 24 songs to hit with every single listener. And I understand why people are going to criticize the album, why they're going to critique it, versus if you just put out like a 10-cut album, an 11-cut album of the absolute best of the best and you super curated it, right? And for me, the beauty of this album at the same time, that's the negative. But when you flip on it and look on the other side of the coin, when I commented, let me know what you want to see me react to. Let me know what you guys want to see me do, what you want to see me break down. And everybody has a different favorite song. Everybody has a different track they want to hear my thoughts on. I think that also goes to show a very good album, because when you have multiple songs, not just one that everybody goes, oh no, that's the hit, that's the best song. That goes to show just the evolution of an artist. That goes to show that it is a multifaceted project, that it is a very versatile project. And I think that's what Cole wanted to give us. And for me, it's interesting from disc 1 to disc 2, like just hearing the different time periods, the different time frames, like walking through as he reflects on his past, as he reflects on his legacy, as he reflects on his come-up story and what he's going to leave the world with. And it's a beautiful sentiment. And for me, it's a very, very mature album. It's a very conscious J. Cole album too. I love the subject matter of this album. I love the reflections. And I feel like he went into this booth wanting to really leave a playbook for those listening, for the next generation. He wanted to impart his wisdom. And he wasn't afraid to speak up. People saying Cole's not speaking out on issues, right? He's not taking stances. No, he made plenty of stances in this album. He spoke on plenty of issues. He gave you very conscious Cole. And there was some very clever storytelling on this album. Some very clever themes and concepts. And you can't tell me that he's not rapping his ass off. He absolutely rapped his ass off. He gave you the crazy multi-rhyme schemes, the flow switches, the double entendres, the triple entendres, the perspective bends, the meta themes, the scheming. Everything was here on full display from Cole. I think at the very worst, this is a solid album from Cole. And at the best, it's a classic from Cole. And it just depends on where you fall into that. But I really enjoyed the high-level MCing, right? This is the art form that we want to celebrate. And this is why lyricists should always be uplifted. This is why we got to get behind lyricists, right? Because we want to show and signal to the label, signal to the mainstream, hey, we want more of this. We want more artists like this. You putting your budgets behind, you pushing, you presenting into the world, because this is more of that subject, just meat on the bone that I love to hear for the culture, that I love to hear from rap, that I love to hear from hip hop. That is why I do what I do and why I'm so passionate about this. Cole, amazing fucking project. You're Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you are here at the very end of this journey, what are you doing? Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. It all helps. It all goes a long way. Also, if you want to support the channel and take things further, come join the Patreon. It's a great community on there. Great way to help me and the content that I put out. You can go to knoxhilldmv.com. You can get hats. You can get shirts. We got merch. Everything. It all really does help. It all really does go a long way. As always, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Take care of this. Take care of this. Thank you so much for your valuable time. I love you. I'll catch you again.